This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one flag away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch! Adam Bailey makes the catch! And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions. Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
We are live here at Bethpage Ballpark in central Islip, New York. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And on this Sunday afternoon, it's the home finale of the 2018 regular season for the Long Island Ducks as they play their final home game of the season against the Road Warriors. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of today's action. Thank you so much for tuning in on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, coming to you on liducks.com, Facebook Live, and youtube.com/DucksBaseball. Final home game of the year for the Ducks. They were scheduled to play 72. They have already played 72, but ultimately end up with 73 home games, including today, as they made up one that was supposed to originally be played in Lancaster. So 73 home games this year for the Ducks during the regular season, and the final one is today, as they will go for a sweep of a 3-game series against the Road Warriors. It's been an important homestand for the Ducks. Long Island trying to secure a postseason berth for the 4th consecutive year. They are in playoff position right now. They enter the day 2.5 games ahead of the Somerset Patriots in the second half Liberty Division standings. They also own the tiebreaker, so it's essentially as though the Ducks have a 3-game lead in the division over the Somerset Patriots. And Somerset today had their series finale against the York Revolution postponed due to inclement weather. Revolution taking the first 2 games of that originally scheduled 3-game series, which ended up becoming a 4-game set because they continued and finished up a suspended game from August 17th to begin the series. That one Somerset won. The Revolution have taken the past 2. So while the Ducks maintain a half-game lead over York in terms of overall standings, should a second wild card spot to come into play, the Ducks, meanwhile, now have opened up a 2.5-game lead over the Patriots in the Liberty Division standings. That lead could be 3 by the end of the day today if the Ducks get a win, and Long Island will still have 2 more games to play compared to, or check that they will have an even amount of games with Somerset, and each team will have 6 to go at the end of the day. So again, Long Island could have a 3-game lead with 6 games to go for each team. The Ducks' magic number right now is 4. Any combination of 4 Ducks wins or Patriot losses, any combination that equal that will give the Ducks the second half Liberty Division title, and then would also give the Ducks the victory, a playoff spot in the Atlantic League playoffs here for 2018, and a 4th consecutive first-round matchup with the Somerset Patriots. Long Island has won the first 2 games of this series. They took the opener here 2 nights ago by the final count of 4-1 behind Jake Fisher's complete game. And last night they used the offense and the long ball to fuel their fire. They fell behind early 3-0, but came back with 2 big home runs, a 3-run blast and a grand slam coming in consecutive innings. And the Ducks won the game 9-4. Long Island has taken 4 of the first 5 on this 6-game homestand that wraps up today. And going back to Sunday in York, 5 wins for the Ducks in their last 6 games. They're back at their high water mark of the year at 11 over 500, 65 wins to 54 losses overall. They're 14 games above 500 here in the second half of the season at 35-21. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll recap yesterday's game with audio highlights included, as the Ducks again last night came away with a 9-4 win over the Road Warriors.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was
was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here on Long Island as we get ready for today's series finale and home finale for the Long Island Ducks here in 2018. Final game of the regular season here at home. The Ducks will, of course, head on the road for a 6-game series that begins in Sugar Land, Texas, Tuesday night. And they take on the Skeeters, who won the first half Freedom Division Championship and entering play today have a 4.5-game lead over the York Revolution for the second half Freedom Division title. So Sugar Land still has not wrapped that up yet. They'll try and inch even closer. Obviously, with a win today, they'll have a 5-game lead over the Revs with 6 games apiece remaining in the divisional standings. Meanwhile, the Ducks last night got another victory, their 3rd in a row, 4th in 5 tries on the homestand, and 5th in the last 6 games as they defeated the Road Warriors by the count of 9-4. It didn't start off great for the Ducks as right-hander Dennis O'Grady, after a 1-2-3 first inning, got into some trouble. He allowed 4 hits in that second inning, including an RBI single to Anthony Ray that ended up leading into 2 runs when Miles Williams misplayed the ball in right field, allowing a second run to score on the play. And Armindo Escobar's RBI single extended the lead to 3-0. So 3-0 Road Warriors after an inning and a half. But the Ducks responded in the bottom half of the second inning against lefty Kelvin Villa, who had control problems all night long. He issued a 1-out walk to David Washington, a 2-out walk to Deanna Navarro, and up to the plate for Long Island stepped Cody Puckett. 1-0. Puckett hits a high fly ball in the left. That is hit well. Ray going back to the track, at the wall, and you can forget it. It's a 2-out, 3-run home run over the left field wall by Cody Puckett. His 7th home run of the year, and with one swing of the bat, the Ducks tie the ball game at 3 here in the second inning. A great response by Long Island after falling behind 3-0, so that home run evened the score. And then 1 inning later, again control problems for Villa. He walked Lou Ford with 1 out in the inning, walked David Washington with 2 outs. Miles Williams reached on an infield single up the middle, and that set the stage for Deanna Navarro. 2-0. Driven deep to left field. Going back, Ray looks up at the wall, and you can forget it. It's a grand slam over the left field wall with 2 outs for Deanna Navarro. His 3rd home run of the season, 2nd long ball of the night for the Ducks, and they now lead 7-3. So a 7-3 lead at that point for the Ducks. They would take that lead until the 6th inning. When Colton Murray came in out of the bullpen, he allowed a 1-out solo home run to Geraldo Valentin, his 3rd of the year, 2nd against the Ducks. And then Anthony Ray singled and Armindo Escobar reached on a bunt single. So all of a sudden the Road Warriors had closed it within 7-4. They had the tying run coming to the plate in Matt Hibbert. But Hibbert popped out to right, and then Ossie Martinez came to the plate as the tying run. 1-2. Breaking ball, weakly hit, third base side of the mound. Going to be a tough play. Puckett fields, throws to first. Got him! Oh, what a play by Cody Puckett. Raced in barehanded and threw to first just in time to get the speedy Martinez. And Cody Puckett denies the Road Warriors their 4th hit of the inning and any further offensive damage. So certainly a great play by Cody Puckett as it saved the situation from being bases loaded for Melvin Rodriguez, gets Murray out of trouble. Ducks then would put the game out of reach after scoreless innings in the 7th from Fernando Abad and the 8th from Logan Ondrasek. In the bottom half of the 8th inning, a 1-out walk from Luis Cruz to Deanna Navarro, a 2-out hit by pitch of Steve Longo, then a walk to Ruby Silva loaded the bases. Cruz, who was having trouble with his footing on the mound, balked that forced in a run as Navarro came in to score. And then Daniel Fields reached on an RBI infield single to the right side of the infield that scored Longo. The Ducks had a commanding 9-4 lead at that point. Francisco Rodriguez, who was already getting loose, came into the ball game, struck out Matt Hibbert, induced a pop out from Ossie Martinez, and the last hope for the Road Warriors was Melvin Rodriguez. 2-2 from Francisco Rodriguez to Melvin Rodriguez. Pitch is taken, a called strike 3 at the knees. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks defeat the Road Warriors 9-4 to earn their 3rd consecutive win, their 4th win in 5 tries on the homestand, and their 5th win in the last 6 games. So the Ducks get the win 9-4 over the Road Warriors despite being out hit 10-7. Dennis O'Grady gets the win. He improves to 6-3, allowed 3 runs, 2 earned on 7 hits over 5 innings while striking out 2. Kelvin Villa, the loser, fell to 6-11. He allowed 7 runs in 7 innings, 6 hits, 5 walks for Villa, who struck out 3, and he threw 130 pitches on the night for a Road Warriors pitching staff that is quite depleted right now. No save in the game. It took 2 hours and 44 minutes. The 11th pass capacity crowd of the season for the Long Island Ducks, 6,834 strong here at Bethpage Ballpark, sticking it out through the rainy weather last night. It's another rainy day today. Clouds and some light rain falling here at Bethpage Ballpark, but we are scheduled to start on time for the home finale for the Ducks this regular season. Take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the pitching matchup for today's game, and then we'll have the starting lineups in the first pitch as the Ducks and the Road Warriors battle it out.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back here at Bethpage Ballpark as we get ready for today's series finale between the Ducks and the Road Warriors. Long Island looking for the series sweep, and they'll send right-hander Brett Marshall to the mound. Marshall, who was acquired by the Ducks from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs to complete the trade for Jason Creasy from back in May. Impressive Ducks debut here to start off the homestand on Tuesday night in a 6-2 win over the New Britain Bees. Marshall tossed 6 innings of 1-run ball. He allowed just 4 hits, walked 3, and struck out 7. A good performance by the right-hander Brett Marshall. He has been pitching strong of late, just 1 run allowed in his last 18 innings of work over his past 3 starts. And you go back all the way to August the 18th, he's given up just 3 runs in his last 23 innings. So Marshall certainly pitching among the best he has looked all year long. Meanwhile, for the Road Warriors, they're going to go with a bullpen performance again here today. It'll be right-hander Julio DePaula, who has been a relief pitcher for the Road Warriors this year, getting the start. 20 relief appearances for Julio DePaula this year, 0-4 record, a 7.14 ERA. It has been a struggle for the former York Revolution pitcher, who spent parts of 5 different seasons with the Revs. He also spent time with the Skeeters and the Bluefish here in the Atlantic League, but never has started in the Atlantic League. So this will be a little bit different for him. The Ducks certainly hoping to take advantage, especially early in the game with the rain falling on this Sunday afternoon. Ducks will take the field here at Bethpage Ballpark wearing their home white uniforms. Crowd battling it out, sticking through the rain here for the regular season home finale. So they greet the Ducks as they take the field. And momentarily we will have today's national anthem here at Bethpage Ballpark. So Brett Marshall will take the mound for the Ducks. Again, comes in with a 6-8 record overall, a 4.44 ERA. This will be his 24th start of the year. Again, first start for Julio DePaula, who really has struggled this year pitching with the Road Warriors. Did not begin the year with them, but has joined them A little bit later on in the season, he has pitched 2 games against Long Island and has allowed 5 runs in 2 innings of work. Only one of those runs earned, though, but has had trouble with his control. 5 walks in those 2 innings against the Ducks. He has given up 3 hits and has struck out 3. And manager Ellie Rodriguez saying before the game it was going to be a bullpen day. They did release left-handed pitcher Luis Cruz, who struggled here yesterday, even though he has been arguably their best pitcher all year. Cruz has been released, so you look at their bullpen among guys who have just been relievers this year. Christian Fletcher, the only lefty available, and among the righties, since Julio De Paula is starting, you have Mariel Checo, Andrew Johnston, and Jose Ortega. Very thin for manager Ellie Rodriguez in the bullpen. They do have an off day tomorrow, so that helps somewhat. And they have some other guys who have been starters this year. We'll see if any of those guys can come in and pitch during the course of the game. Fans being asked to rise and remove their hats and caps. Teams on the field ready to go. Katie Garrity about to perform today's national anthem. Let's turn it over down to the field.
Argyle Theater's production of Hairspray, located in Babylon. She will now lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
An outstanding national anthem to cap off the regular season home schedule for the Long Island Ducks. This is their 73rd home game of the year, and a great job by Katie Garrity with today's national anthem. Well, we're just about set for baseball on this Sunday afternoon, scheduled to start just about on time. We'll be a couple minutes late, but relatively close to on time here today for the finale of this 3-game series. And now, as the teams get ready to go, let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams here this afternoon. For the Road Warriors, it'll be Asi Martinez in the leadoff spot. He will play shortstop for the Road Warriors. Batting second and playing second base, Melvin Rodriguez. The 3-hitter and third baseman, Edwin Gomez. And in the cleanup spot is the designated hitter, that is Jose Julio Ruiz. Batting fifth and in right field is Jorge Fernandez. Geraldo Valentin, the first baseman, bats in the number 6 spot. Left fielder and 7-hitter is Anthony Ray. Batting in the 8th spot, former Ducks catcher Robert De La Hoz, who spent some time with the Ducks earlier this year, both on the active roster and as their bullpen catcher. De La Hoz will catch and bat 8th today, and rounding out the order is the center fielder Matt Hibbert. Meanwhile, on the other side for the Long Island Ducks, Ruby Silva back in the leadoff spot again today. He is the second baseman. Miles Williams moves up to the number 2 spot. He'll play right field as Daniel Fields gets the afternoon off. Lou Ford is in left field. He bats third. The cleanup hitter doing the catching this afternoon is Ramon Cabrera. David Washington plays first base and bats fifth, one of the heroes from last night. Deonor Navarro, the designated hitter, he hits in the number 6 spot, had the grand slam that gave the Ducks the lead last night. Cody Puckett will bat 7th today. He had a 3-run homer last night. He'll bat 7th and play third. The center fielder, Anthony Vega, bats in the number 8 spot for Long Island. And rounding out the order for the Ducks today is their shortstop, Steve Longo. So that'll look at the starting lineups for these two teams today as we get ready to go on this Sunday afternoon. Again, the Ducks, very important games here from this point on. It's been important games for a while now for the Ducks, but even more critical here as the Ducks try and close in on a playoff berth. They enter the day 2.5 games ahead of the Somerset Patriots in the second half Liberty Division standings. A win today would put them 3 games clear of the Patriots with 6 games to go for both teams. So stepping up to the plate will be the shortstop, Asi Martinez, who bats from the right side. First pitch on the way from Brett Marshall, and he deals outside for ball 1. We are underway.
Suffolk Transportation Services. Start time of the ball game is 1:40.
1:40 our official first pitch time, now the 1-0, and that's high and inside for ball 2.
The official Suffolk Transportation Services temperature of today's ball game, 65 degrees.
65 degrees, same temperature we had here for first pitch last night. 2-0. There's a strike as Marshall drops a breaking ball over the outside corner. 2-1 to Martinez, who comes in hitting .250 on the year with 7 homers and 26 runs batted in. 2-1. That's up and inside. Marshall misses. That'll move the count to 3-1 on Martinez. Road Warriors going with their alternate red uniforms here today, while the Ducks wear the home whites along with the white Sunday caps. And another pitch out of the zone from Marshall, who has trouble with his control right out of the gate. A leadoff walk issued to the Road Warriors shortstop. Well, for Marshall, it's been somewhat of an up and down year for the Long Island Ducks right-hander. He's had a couple starts this year where he has had some control issues, and overall this year has walked a total of over 70 batters, 71 specifically, and that total currently leads the Atlantic League by 4 over last night's starter for the Road Warriors, Kelvin Villa, now with 72. First pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 on Rodriguez. Second baseman batting from the left side. Cody Puckett plays in on the grass at third to guard against the bunt, and Washington holds on the runner at first. 0-1 is low and away. Evens the count at a ball and a strike on Rodriguez. .241 average for Rodriguez this year, 4 homers and 26 runs batted in. So 1 ball, 1 strike count here on on Rodriguez, with Marshall on the mound. Middle infielders at double play depth. The 1-1. Rodriguez lines this one to short over the leaping try of Steve Longo, and it's into left field for a base hit. So certainly not the start that Brett Marshall wanted. A walk, a single, and the Road Warriors in business here in the first inning. 2 on, nobody out.
Hitting the third position, third baseman, number 10, Edwin Gomez, number 10.
Marshall comes in overall with a record of 6-8 on the year, a 4.44 ERA, 23 starts on the season. Made 9 starts with the Sugarland Skeeters, 13 with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and now his second start, with the Long Island Ducks. Now the switch hitting third baseman Edwin Gomez. He takes a fastball down and in for ball 1 from Marshall. Right-hander working out of the stretch with 2 on and nobody out. Martinez with the runner at second, and Rodriguez the runner at first. The 1-0. Gomez takes. There's a strike. Breaking ball hits the outside corner, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. One thing Marshall certainly did well here in his start on Tuesday, got ahead with first pitch strikes. Seemed in control all start long. 1-1 is down in the dirt, scooped out on the backhand by Cabrera, and that'll move the count to 2-1. Now that's been the key with Marshall. He's been pitching very well of late, but obviously control a major factor for him. Gets the sign, the runners lead, the 2-1 pitch. That is up and away. 3-1 the count on Gomez, and another out of the zone will load up the bases with nobody out here in the opening inning. The Road Warriors normally a very aggressive team. Here's the 3-1. That's skied in the air to left towards the line. Racing over is Lou Ford. He will not have a play on it, as this will tail foul and into the party deck area. So Gomez fouls one off the end of the bat down the left field line. That'll run the count full at 3-2. So again, the light rain falling here at Bethpage Ballpark. A steady light rain. Cloudy skies overhead. Not really much of a wind, though, to speak of. 3-2. On the ground to the left side past the diving try of Longo. That's a base hit. Martinez will round third. He's going to come home to score. And 3 batters into this afternoon's ball game, the Road Warriors take a 1-0 lead. So a line drive that just went over the head of Longo. Now a ground ball that just eludes the reach of Longo. Not really much you could have done about either. Road Warriors finding the holes, give Gomez his 29th run batted in of the year. And Red Marshall still looking for the first out of today's ball game. So the Road Warriors take the early lead. They had the lead last night before the Ducks earned their 30th come-from-behind victory. First pitch, and Jose Julio Ruiz takes outside. That's 3 of the 4 batters here that have seen a first pitch ball from Red Marshall. And again, he throws strikes. This is a Road Warriors team that will swing early in the count. If you're not throwing them strikes, they're not going to swing. 1-0. That's outside again. And Marshall behind here at 2 balls and no strikes against a very good hitter. Julio Ruiz at .305 this season, 4 homers and 33 runs batted in. Marshall gets the sign and comes set. It'll be a 2-0. Fastball misses low. And Marshall one pitch away from walking his second batter of the inning. Obviously not easy conditions to pitch in with the rain falling and cooler temperatures than it has been. 3-0. That's skied in the air foul. Julio Ruiz getting the green light at 3-0. Chased what would have probably been ball 4 and fouled it off to run the count to 3-1. Washington playing right along the line at first behind the runner. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase downstairs this time. So Julio Ruiz expands the zone twice. Does not put it in play. And Marshall gets the count full at 3-2. Fans here with a Let's Go Ducks chant trying to get behind Marshall, who has come out of the gate struggling a bit. 3-2 the count with Rodriguez at second, Gomez at first. Payoff pitch on the way, and Julio Ruiz takes inside for ball 4. So the fourth straight Road Warrior batter to reach here today. 2 walks, 2 singles, and the base is now loaded for Jorge Fernandez. Again, here in the Atlantic League, you only get 3 mound visits, whether from a coach, a manager, or a fielder early in the game, throughout the first 9 innings of the game. So managers typically don't like to waste those early in the game, but Kevin Baez has no choice here. He's going to have to come out of the dugout and have a conversation with his righty, and already the Ducks might get some action going in their bullpen as Marshall clearly having some trouble getting ahead in the count. Already through 4 batters has thrown 20 pitches in this game, 8 of them for strikes. And Kevin Baez trying to settle down Marshall here to try and avoid the Road Warriors putting together a big first inning.
You've won a $100 gift card to the Irish Coffee Club at East Islip on Carlton Avenue. Report now to the Customer Service Center of the concourse behind home plate.
Obviously with the rain falling, you don't want to fall behind early in case the rain ends up picking up later on. You want to be ahead when this game is official in the event that the rain does intensify to the point where these teams can't play. Jorge Fernandez takes low and outside. It kicks away from Cabrera. A wild pitch from Marshall. A run will score, and that makes it a 2-0 ball game. So the mound visit does not help the control issues there for Marshall, who misses down and away with the first pitch, and it kicks away from Cabrera. Second run comes in. It's a 2-0 ball game. We've seen this at times before with Marshall against the Ducks and with him pitching for other teams. Sometimes he looks brilliant, and other times he has a lot of trouble finding the strike zone. And already in trouble here, and he misses high and outside once again. It's 2-0. So 2 walks, 2 singles, and a wild pitch have plated 2 runs. 2-0 count on Fernandez, who's hitting .245 this year. The 2-0 well inside as he misses with a slider. It's 3-0, and another out of the zone would reload the bases. Jake Fisher certainly gave the bullpen a much-needed night off here 2 nights ago with a complete game effort. Yesterday, the Ducks had to use 4 relievers in the game. 3-0 pitch. That's downstairs, ball 4. Marshall just cannot find the strike zone, and the fans getting restless here. 3 walks here in the first inning. He has faced 5 batters and has yet to record an out. So that will reload the bases. And now Geraldo Valentin to the plate. First baseman and 6-hitter. Righty-righty matchup here. Marshall kicks and fires. And there's a first pitch strike from the right-hander. Just his second first pitch strike of the inning, 0-1. Valentin at .232 on the year, 3 homers, 24 runs batted in. The 0-1 is grounded over the mound towards the middle. Steve Longo is there. He'll step on second, throw to first. A much-needed double play for Brett Marshall. Does come at the expense of a run, though. In to score from third on the play is Edwin Gomez, and that makes it a 3-0 ball game. Marshall will gladly trade the run, though, for 2 outs. No RBI on the play because of the double play. So, scoring from third base is Gomez. Moving at third is Julio Ruiz. And that pitch misses outside for ball 1 to Anthony Ray, the 7-hitter and left fielder. 1-0 is downstairs again. 2 balls and no strikes. 3 runs are in. It'll be a 2-0 here to the lefty swinging Ray. And Marshall just misses down and away, trying to paint the corner at the knees, 3-0. And another out of the zone would be the 4th walk of the inning for Brett Marshall. Here comes the pitch. And that one hits the outside corner for strike 1. Ray at 248, no homers, 13 runs batted in. The 3-1. That's low ball 4. Make it 4 walks for Brett Marshall here in the inning. And again, this Road Warrior team is aggressive, but they're not going to be swinging if you're not throwing strikes. And they know Brett Marshall, having seen him before this year and knowing what he has done this year, with the amount of walks he's given up, they're just not going to swing early in the count. As a pitcher, you've got to be aggressive, and it's easier said than done, of course. For Marshall, this is first time he's facing the Road Warriors with the Ducks, but he has faced them 3 times this year. Robert De La Hoz now, and he takes a strike over the inside corner, 0-1. In the 3 starts, Marshall 1-1 with a 3.14 ERA, but has walked 9 in 14 1/3 innings coming in. 4 already have been walked here in the first. The 0-1, and De La Hoz pops one in the air to shallow center. Long run in for Anthony Vega, and he's able to make the running catch for the final out of the inning. So Vega's speed able to deny the Road Warriors any further damage. However, Road Warriors take advantage of some wildness from Brett Marshall and get out to an early 3-0 lead. 3 runs in the inning on just 2 hits. There were 4 walks and a wild pitch as well. No errors in the inning and 2 men left on base. After a half inning of play, it is the Road Warriors 3 and the Ducks coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today. Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? Long Island's hometown team invites you to check out the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck hasn't been reserved, the Beer Garden features a variety of the best brews, including popular fan favorites as well as local craft beer selections. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks-branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and enjoy the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, we head to the bottom half of the first inning. The Ducks in an early hole as Brett Marshall walks 4 in the top half of the first, allows 2 hits as well, and concedes 3 runs. There was a wild pitch in the mix as well. And now righty Julio De Paula, a relief pitcher for the Road Warriors, will make his first start of the year. And every time a Ducks batter walks in the game, that is brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are 29 City MD locations across Long Island, offering the comprehensive quality care that you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So Ruby Silva is going to come to the plate to face Julio De Paula, who has not had many starting opportunities during the course of his career in professional baseball. The last time he started was in the Venezuelan Winter League in the 2016-2017 offseason. He hits the outside corner here for strike 1 to Ruby Silva. Made 6 starts there. He was 2-2 with a 4.97 ERA. The 0-1. Skied in the air, foul behind the plate, third base side, 0-2. The last time he pitched as a starter during the regular season was in the Mexican League in 2015 with Rieleros de Aguascalientes. 2 starts in 36 appearances that year. That misses outside, and it'll run the count to 1-2. There haven't been many starts for De Paula, but it's going to be pretty much a bullpen day for the Road Warriors today. Andres Caceres originally was scheduled to start, but unavailable to pitch. The 1-2 is grounded foul. Third base side into the Road Warrior dugout. At least that is what the word was from the Road Warriors following the game last night. That it would end up being De Paula getting the start. A Road Warriors pitching staff that is very thin right now. We'll see if the Ducks can take advantage. Silva with a 1-ball, 2-strike count, hitting .263 this year. And here he takes a fastball upstairs for ball 2. That's combined between the Ducks and the Revolution. He's got 2 home runs and 14 RBIs. Also spent time in the Can-Am League and the American Association, 2 other independent leagues this year. 2-2. On the ground, first base side. It is a fair ball past the bag and down the line. Silva around first, digging for second. The ball picked up by Fernandez and fired back in. And it's a leadoff double for Ruby Silva. I think Geraldo Valentin and Julio De Paula both thought that ball was foul, but Silva just snuck it inside the line. Tim Rosso, the first base umpire, signaling a fair ball. Valentin made his way out towards second base, discussing it with Rosso, the first base umpire, but to no avail. So for Silva, his 4th Atlantic League double of the year and a good start for the Ducks here in the bottom half of inning number 1. That'll bring Miles Williams to the plate, the right fielder batting in the 2 spot for the Ducks. Getting the sign is DePaula. He comes set. First pitch. Taken inside for ball number 1. Williams comes in hitting .267, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs on the year. DePaula gets the sign from his catcher, Robert De La Hoz, the 1-0. On the ground, Weekly here, third base side, right along the line. It'll kick foul. Grabbed there by the third baseman, Edwin Gomez. And the count 1-1. Gustavo Pierre sitting out the 2nd straight day in this series. He has pitched once before this year for the Road Warriors, and certainly a possibility at some point that you might see him take the mound today with the Road Warriors so thin, but it obviously depends on how the game's going. Even teams that are eliminated from postseason contention have been having rough years like the Road Warriors. Games are important for them. They want every win that they can get. And right now with a 3-0 lead. 1-1. Here's the pitch to Williams. Swinging a ground ball past the mound towards the middle of the infield. Past the diving try of Rodriguez. It's into center field. Silva will come in to score. It's an RBI single for Miles Williams. And the Ducks have closed to within 3-1. Rodriguez went up the middle as the ball went past the mound. Looked like he might have had a chance at it. Dove and could not come up with it. So give Miles Williams his 11th RBI of the season. Silva scores his 16th Atlantic League run. And 2 batters into the bottom of the first. The Ducks are on the scoreboard. That's what this Ducks offense could do. Obviously, you never want to fall behind early, but they know that they could swing the bat well. So now it's Lou Ford to the plate. Runner bluffs from first, and Ford takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1 from DePaula. Ford at .297 this year for the Ducks. 10 home runs, 73 runs batted in. The league leader in doubles with 31. DePaula comes set, and the 0-1. Line drive into right field for Ford. That is going to get down for a base hit. It's going to head all the way to the wall. Williams around second, going for third. Kevin Baez will stop him there. And in at second with his league-leading 32nd double of the year is Ford. 3 batters, 3 hits for the Ducks against Julio De Paula. So Ford with the double. Williams goes corner to corner. And now the Ducks with the tying runs in scoring position, still nobody out. And up to the plate will step Ramon Cabrera. So once again, the Ducks putting together a good response. Last night they fell behind 3-0 in the second inning and took advantage of some wildness from Kelvin Villa. They drew 2 walks in the inning before Cody Puckett hit a 3-run home run to left field. And immediately the Ducks tied the game. They went on to take a 7-3 lead 1 inning later en route to a 9-4 win. And the Ducks with a base hit here could potentially tie the game. First pitch, Cabrera waves through a high fastball, chasing well up over his head. And the count 0-1. Cabrera at .263 this year for the Ducks. He's got 3 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty De Paula. So both starters having some first inning troubles here today. The 0-1, swing and a miss as he waved at the pitch off the outside corner this time. So twice in a row, Cabrera expands the zone, and he finds himself behind at 0-2. Ducks now out hitting the Road Warriors 3-2 today. Williams leads from third, Ford from second, nobody out. DePaula gets the sign and comes set, and the 0-2. Lifted in the air down the left field line. Fair ball, it's trouble, but this will slice foul into the first row of seats and back out onto the field. And again, Cabrera chasing out of the zone on that pitch. I don't blame DePaula. 3 times he has expanded the zone. Doesn't really have much of a reason to throw a strike ahead, 0-2, and with Cabrera chasing. Fly ball could get a run in. Williams has decent speed at third. 0-2. Drive in the air, foul down the left field line, out of play. For DePaula, this is his 21st appearance of the year. Again, first start. He is 0-4, a 7.14 ERA. DePaula's had some pretty good numbers over the course of his Atlantic League career. Again, this is his 7th Atlantic League season. First time with the Road Warriors, though. Gets the sign and comes set, and the 0-2. Down in the dirt, good block behind home plate from catcher Robert De La Hoz. And the count goes to 1-2. Started his Atlantic League career with the Bridgeport Bluefish back in 2012. Then spent 5 consecutive seasons with the York Revolution from 2013 to 2017. Joined the Skeeters as well last year. Spent most of the year with Sugar Land, and now this year with the Road Warriors. The count of ball and 2 strikes here on Cabrera with runners at second and third, nobody out. DePaula gets the sign, and now time is called. Light rain continues to fall here at Bethpage Ballpark. Seems to have picked up a little bit, but certainly not enough, at least as it seems, to stop play. Runners lead, and the 1-2. Inside, it was thrown behind. Cabrera goes all the way back to the backstop. In to score from third is Williams. Ford will go to third on the wild pitch from DePaula. And the Ducks have close to within a run. It's a 3-2 game. So a very wild pitch there from Julio DePaula. Each side has now seen a wild pitch that has brought in a run. Marshall threw one in the top half of the inning, and now DePaula in the bottom half. So the Ducks have scored 2 with 3 batters coming to the plate, and Cabrera the 4th hitter of the inning. And now a fly ball ties the game. DePaula looking in for the sign from De La Hoz. He's ready. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul, third base side. Again, it will drift out of play. Now we'll do it once again with the count of 2-2. Good job by Cabrera here to battle after falling behind 0-2. For DePaula, that's his 3rd wild pitch of the year. 3 hits and a wild pitch have equated to 2 Ducks runs. Infield has been brought in all the way around by the Road Warriors. The 2-2. Fouled again. Back behind the plate off the facing of the suite level, and it makes it all the way back down onto the field. Hit at the facing of the luxury suite level. Might have hit one of the advertising boards and then popped all the way back down over the screen and back onto the field of play. So we'll do it once again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. David Washington waiting in the on-deck circle for the Ducks. DePaula comes set, and the 2-2. Popped up, foul again behind the plate. Third base side, De La Hoz gives it a look. This will be back into the seats. And we'll have another 2-2 pitch. 5 two-strike foul balls off the bat of Ramon Cabrera. And now he wants a little bit more of that pine tar to get a better grip on the bat. And for hitters, they're going to probably be using that quite a lot today with this light rain falling. Not as easy to have the strong grip on your bat. DePaula struggling here in the bottom of the first inning after the Road Warriors give him a 3 spot in the top half of the frame. 2-2. Line drive left center field. This ball is going to get out of the reach of Ray into the gap, and it goes to the wall. Ford will score the tying run. Cabrera in at second. A 10-pitch at bat ends in an RBI double, and the Ducks have come right back and tied the game at 3. What a response again by the Ducks. Their 3rd double of the inning. 4 straight hits off of DePaula. And the Ducks come right back after giving up 3 and tie the score at 3 apiece. For Cabrera, his 19th double of the year, his 29th run batted in. Now the Ducks potentially a double away from taking the lead. So DePaula's struggles continue. Now here's David Washington, first pitch, and he takes a fastball down and in for ball one. Washington at .232 on the year for the Ducks, 23 home runs, 69 runs batted in. Cabrera leads from second with nobody out. And the 1-0. Breaking ball, that misses down and in. And a good hitter's count now at 2 balls and no strikes. Great at bat there for Cabrera. He fell behind 0-2 right away. And then worked 7 more pitches. Took 2 out of the zone, fouled off 5 with 2 strikes. 2-0 is low for ball 3. And then lined that double over the head of Anthony Ray into the left field wall. That's a professional at bat there from Ramon Cabrera. And it's things like that that show you why he made it up to the major league level. 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Washington gets the green light and swings through it for strike 1. Some managers want to give the green light 3-0, others don't. And in that case, whether or not it was Kevin Baez giving it or Washington giving it himself, swings through a fastball over the outside corner. So 3-1 on Washington, nobody out. The pitch is just off the outside corner for ball 4. Paula thought he painted the corner for strike 3, but it just misses. So there's the first walk of the day issued by Julio DePaula. And now 5 straight Ducks have reached against DePaula, much like the first 5 Road Warrior hitters reached against Brett Marshall. DePaula's had fairly good control here in this first inning. He has thrown 26 pitches already, 17 of them though for strikes, so he's had a bit better control and accuracy with his pitches than Marshall did. But of course, still the same results. He has given up 3 runs, hasn't gotten any outs. Now Deandre Navarro to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. DePaula comes set. First pitch. Navarro takes downstairs for ball 1. Navarro up to 300 on the season with his performance last night. He is now 18 for 60 in a Ducks uniform. 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, really coming along nicely at the plate over the course of his first month in a Ducks uniform. 1-0. That's taken for a strike. Snap throw to first, and back there safely is Washington. So the count 1-1 on Navarro, who caught the pass 2 nights, serving as the designated hitter today. Again, did not play since 2016 coming into this season. When he signed with the Ducks July the 31st, said it was going to take him a little while to get acclimated to seeing live pitching again at the plate, but certainly has looked much better of late. 1-1. Checks his swing, takes up and inside. Good job to hold up. And that'll move the count to 2-1. And talking to him after the game, he said he definitely feels much better, seeing the ball a lot better at the plate. Had 2 hits, 2 walks last night, drove in 4, scored 3 times. Just about as good of a day at the plate as you can have. Runners lead, here's the 2-1. Navarro swings, it's a ground ball weakly to third. Fielded by Gomez, he'll step on third, throw across the diamond, that is in time. A much-needed double play for Julio DePaula. It goes 5-3, and just like that, 2 down in the inning.
Hitting in the 7th position for Long Island.
So Navarro grounds into the 5-3 double play, got jammed on that pitch, and right to Gomez, who was able to step on third and throw to first. So Cabrera is out on the bases, trying to go for third. Washington moves to second. That's the go-ahead run. And Navarro obviously out at first. Cody Puckett now to the plate for Long Island. And the first pitch is just off the outside corner for ball 1. The Ducks obviously looking for the base hit here to take the lead. 7th man to the plate here in this first inning. Washington dancing off of second, and they got him caught. Oh, what a poor base running blunder there for the Ducks. With a tying run in scoring position, David Washington danced too far off the bag, and Julio DePaula catches him for the final out of the inning. So Puckett with a chance to give the Ducks the lead. He is denied that because of the base running blunder. In the inning, though, the Ducks will get 3 runs on a total of 4 hits and a walk. There were no errors in the inning, and because of that pickoff, nobody left on base. We've played 1 eventful inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks and the Road Warriors tied at 3.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLiny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Three runs on 2 hits and 4 walks for the Road Warriors in the top half of the first inning. 3 runs on 4 hits and a walk for the Ducks in the bottom half of the first. 3-3 game after 1. We go to the second inning, and it'll be Matt Hibbert coming up to the plate for the Road Warriors. By the way, in that bottom of the first inning, Miles Williams was the 10th batter of today's game. And did you know that you could join Planet Fitness for as low as $10 a month? Visit planetfitness.com today to find your nearest club and to learn more. Matt Hibbert to lead off, the 9-hitter and center fielder for the Road Warriors. Brett Marshall deals a first pitch strike. And the count 0-1, and we'll see how Marshall does here in this second inning. After the control problems to start, will he be able to settle in and get strikes? The 0-1, big breaking ball, and that must have just missed a little bit outside. And so that evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Engstrand is the home plate umpire today, calling balls and strikes. You mentioned Tim Rosso's at first, Jorge Teran at third. Good breaking ball, drops over the outside corner for strike 2. Hibbert at 209, 2 homers, 14 runs driven in on the year. Started the year with Lancaster, then eventually early on came to the Road Warriors. Marshall tries to hit the inside corner with a breaking ball and misses. And the count even at 2-2. The Hibbert, Martinez, and Rodriguez here in the second inning. From the wind, the 2-2 pitch. Check swing foul ball to the screen on the first base side. Hibbert tried to hold up. Ultimately, the ball made contact with the bat. We'll do it again at 2-2. Marshall threw 33 pitches in that first inning for the Ducks. The 2-2. Breaking ball, that just misses upstairs. And even when Brett Marshall has been near the strike zone, he's not getting the calls from home plate umpire Chris Engstrand. So obviously he had control problems in the first, but certainly not getting a lot of the close pitches. By the way, Julio DePaula, 31 pitches in the home half of the first inning. So the count full at 3-2 on the 9-hitter Matt Hibbert. Marshall kicks and comes home, and that one grounded foul to the third base side. We'll do it again at 3-2. It's obviously tough enough as a pitcher if you don't feel like you have your best stuff and not throwing strikes consistently, but of course if you throw pitches that you feel are strikes, they're close right on the corners and don't get them, it makes it even tougher. 3-2, and that's fouled off again. Hibbert just getting a little piece of it. We'll have a 9th pitch to this at bat. Road Warriors really making Marshall work here early in this game. Payoff pitch coming from the Ducks right-hander. Here it is. That's one hit on the ground, weakly up the third base line, charging in Cody Puckett. He fields, off balance throw to first, not in time. Hibbert just beat it out. Close play, good effort by Puckett, but not much he could have done there. And it's an infield single for Hibbert to begin this second inning. So frustrating, I'm sure, for Marshall. It feels like he should have had strike 3 at least once, if not twice in that at-bat. Does not get it. And ultimately just beating it out was Hibbert at first on a good play by Puckett. Made a terrific barehanded play last night against the hitter coming to the plate right now, Ozzie Martinez, for the final out of the 6th inning when Martinez was representing the tying run. First pitch here, Martinez takes a fastball well upstairs for ball 1. And obviously if you're Marshall and you didn't get that out, you can't let those non-calls affect you. You've got to come right back and find a way to get outs. So 1-0 the count after the Road Warriors get their third hit of the day. Marshall kicks and fires. Martinez takes a breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Martinez drew a leadoff walk in the first inning, eventually came in to score on the RBI single by Edwin Gomez. Now the 1-1. Missed down and away. And that'll move the count to 2-1. And again, you can tell right here the way the Road Warriors have been swinging the bat here early in this game. They are not swinging early. The couple of times they have swung early in the count, they've gotten out. And Marshall misses again. 3-1 the count here. The Ducks right-hander, who's doing some maintenance with his cleats on the mound, perhaps feels like he is not getting his footing the way he wants. We saw here last night a couple pitchers get frustrated as they felt they didn't have good footing on the mound with the light rain falling. And the dirt getting into the cleats of these pitchers. Runner leads. Here comes the 3-1. Marshall deals, and there's a breaking ball in for a strike. That'll run the count full at 3-2. The only two times Road Warriors have swung earlier than three pitches into an at-bat, the double play ground out by Valentin, the fly out from De La Hoz. This one popped up out behind the plate. Cabrera going back to the screen, but he'll watch this go out of play. Onto the lower concourse, then hops into the seats. Now we'll do it once again at 3-2. Payoff pitch, throw over to first by Marshall. And back safely there is Hibbert. Hibbert this year, 13 stolen bases in 17 attempts. We'll see if Hibbert takes off again. There he goes, 3-2. That's hit on the ground, up the middle, and it is knocked down by the second baseman Silva, but it'll have no play. Safe at first is going to be Martinez, and another infield hit for the Road Warriors. Not much the Ducks could have done there. Marshall did get a piece of it. It came up the middle of the infield, and Silva ranged up the middle trying to backhand it. He could not come up with it cleanly. So an infield single to third, an infield single to second, and the Road Warriors with 2 on and nobody out. And again, it just makes it tougher for you as a pitcher when you fall behind in counts to then come back and get outs. It's not easy to do, especially against professional hitters, and the Road Warriors certainly have had their struggles this year, but they're still pro baseball players. Melvin Rodriguez takes low. Marshall again falling behind. It's 1-0. Rodriguez singled over the leaping try of Steve Longo in a left center field back in the first inning. Yeah, Marshall got a ground ball there. Who knows if he doesn't touch it? Potentially the Ducks have a play. You don't know. Would have been tough either way. The 1-0. Rodriguez rips one to the right side past the diving try of Washington. That's a base hit. Rounding third is Hibbert. He's going to try and score. Williams' throw comes back in at first base. So in to score from second is Matt Hibbert. An RBI single through the right side from Melvin Rodriguez. And with 3 straight hits to begin the second, the Road Warriors are back in front. Well, we'll see how long Kevin Baez sticks with his right-hander here. Clearly, Marshall does not have his best stuff today. Already 4 runs given up, consistently falling behind in counts. For Rodriguez, his second hit of the day, 27th run batted in of the year. Obviously, the first 2 baseballs in this inning, not exactly hard hit. They were both infield hits, but ultimately the Ducks weren't able to get outs on any of them. And now the base hit through the right side by Rodriguez. So here's Edwin Gomez to the plate. First pitch. And there's a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. It's not the first time in this game Road Warriors have gotten a hit when they have swung before the third pitch of the at-bat. The 0-1, it's fouled off on the left field line out of play. And that'll move the count to 0-2. And Marshall coming in had allowed just 6 runs total, 5 earned runs in 14 1/3 innings this year against the Road Warriors. 0-2, fouled off again to the left field side and out of play. And we'll do it once again at no balls and 2 strikes. We mentioned this earlier, Marshall coming into today, 1 run given up in his last 18 innings of work, 3 runs in his last 23 innings. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Good breaking ball diving down and away. Gets Gomez to chase. First strikeout of the afternoon for Marshall, who came in with the third most strikeouts in the Atlantic League this year at 103. And a big first out for the righty. Now it'll be Jose Julio Ruiz to the plate from the left side. Cleanup hitter and designated hitter. And out of the dugout going to come Kevin Baez. Will this be all for Brett Marshall? He was able to get the out. You've got a power-hitting left-handed hitter coming to the plate. Will he call upon one of his three lefties in the bullpen to try and get an out here? Baez comes to the mound. At least having a conversation, he's going to take the baseball. Wow, Brett Marshall just 1 1/3 innings here on this Sunday afternoon. He's given up 5 hits, 4 walks, and 4 runs. Gets a big strikeout of Edwin Gomez. And he is going to call upon one of his left-handers to come out of the bullpen here and try and get the big hitting lefty, Jose Julio Ruiz, out. Our first pitching change of the day, and it comes quite early in this afternoon's contest.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLiny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Brett Marshall with his shortest outing of the year. The Long Island Ducks trailing 4-3 as we play in the top half of the second inning. Marshall's had a little bit of tough luck in this inning, a couple of infield singles, one of which came after Marshall twice thought he had strike 3 against Matt Hibbert. And the infield single up the middle after he fell behind on Ossie Martinez. The RBI single to right by Melvin Rodriguez, putting the Road Warriors back in front 4-3. Then he gets a big strikeout of Edwin Gomez for the first out of the inning, but with Jose Julio Ruiz coming to the plate, Kevin Baez wants to set up a lefty-lefty matchup. So he calls upon Hector Silvestre, and Marshall is out after just 1 1/3 innings here today. And obviously with these games of such importance, Kevin Baez wants to go to his bullpen early to try and avoid Marshall to have even more struggles on the mound. First pitch, and Silvestre misses way up and outside for ball 1. And you look at the numbers as well, Silvestre this year holding left-handed hitters to just a .208 batting average. And meanwhile, Julio Ruiz against lefties is hitting, as this one misses for ball 2. Julio Ruiz this year against lefties hitting just .256 compared to .325 against righties. So that's the reason why Kevin Baez brings in Silvestre, but ultimately misses with his first 2 pitches. Looks to second and now the 2-0. That one popped up in the air on the infield. The shortstop Steve Longo under it. Infield fly rule in effect, and Longo will make the catch for the second out of the inning. So that move pays off for Kevin Baez. Brought in the lefty. First 2 pitches out of the zone, but he gets Julio Ruiz for the first out. The second out of the inning. And that'll be the switch hitting Jorge Fernandez up to the plate. Righties, meanwhile, have hit very well against Silvestre this year. .339 batting average this season. And Jorge Fernandez had .266 against lefties, .237 against righties. But Baez will stick with Silvestre here. First pitch, Fernandez takes a breaking ball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So Julio Ruiz now 0 for 1. He had walked his first time up. Fernandez did the same, walking on 4 pitches in the first inning. Runners lead from first and second with 2 down. And the 0-1 is outside ball 1. Kevin Baez also could know something potentially that we may not. If he thinks that the rain may be intensifying as this game goes on, he's trying to keep this game as close as possible for the offense to come right back. to try and have a lead after the game is official. Ground ball to third, backhanded, knocked down by Cody Puckett, recovers, throws to second. Not in time, everybody is safe. Puckett tried to make the backhanded play, could not come up with it. So we'll see how that is scored. Either way, runners now at every base with 2 outs. And up to the plate will step Geraldo Valentin. Puckett tried to make the stop on the backhand. And had to knock off his glove, try to recover, and ultimately his throw was not on time to second base. So base is now loaded with 2 down. And here is Geraldo Valentin to the plate. Time now called at the dish. Popped up here, right side of the infield. Camping under at the first baseman, David Washington. He'll make the catch, and Silvestre is able to get out of the jam. So in the inning for the Road Warriors, they will have to settle for just 1 run. In the inning, they get 1 run on 3 hits. There was 1 error in the inning, so Puckett charged with the error on that ground ball to third. And ultimately, the Road Warriors leave the bases loaded. We'll head to the bottom half of the second. The lead 4-3 for the visitors.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Well, an inning that certainly could have been a lot worse. Hector Silvestre able to get Brett Marshall out of trouble. Left-hander takes over, gets Jose Julio Ruiz to pop out. And then after an error by Cody Puckett, allows the Road Warriors to load the bases. Geraldo Valentin pops out. So Silvestre gets Marshall out of further trouble and keeps it a 1-run ball game. Ducks will come back to the plate here in the second. And Cody Puckett, hitting in the 7th spot, will lead things off. Takes the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Puckett was at the plate with a 1-0 count when David Washington got picked off at second base by DePaula to end the bottom of the first. On the ground weakly here, left side of the infield, going to be a tough play. Gomez charges, fields, and he'll throw wildly to first and into the camera well. Oh, what a break for the Long Island Ducks, and Cody Puckett will end up at second. Wow. Edwin Gomez had all the time in the world with Puckett running slowly up that first base line. Again, he had that major knee surgery last year, so doesn't quite have the same speed he used to have. And running gingerly with the wet surface because of the rain. And Gomez had all the time in the world, and he just airmailed it to first base. So a 2-base error, and it gives the Ducks a runner at second with nobody out, the tying run. Been a wacky ball game here thus far. Here's Anthony Vega to the plate from the left side. Paula's first pitch. Vega squares and ends up taking outside for ball 1. So for Gomez, his 9th error of the year. Each third baseman has now made an error here in the second inning. One a bit more egregious than the other. It wasn't the easiest plays for Puckett, having to move to his right, try and field on the backhand, but of course had he fielded it cleanly, would have taken it to third for the final out of the inning. This one, Gomez had all the time in the world, just rushed it and threw it way wide. Vegas squaring to bunt. Infielder's not charging, though. Vega pulls back, pops it up in the air to short. Tosses the bat away in disgust. Ossie Martinez there. He'll make the catch. So Vega looked like he was going to try and bunt his way aboard on the first 2 pitches of the at-bat, and ends up doing the fake bunt and slash and pops out to shortstop.
Shortstop, number 29.
So 1 away as Vega retired. That'll bring Steve Longo up to the plate. Vega was hitting 173 with 3 homers and 8 RBIs coming into that at bat. First pitch to Longo. Taken inside for ball 1. Longo up to 263 on the year, 5 for 19, no homers and 2 RBIs. Getting playing time here with Dan Lyons out due to injury. We'll have more on that in a moment. 1-0. Longo fouls it off at home plate, leaving up the count. Time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Dan Lyons and Jordani Valdespin missing their 3rd straight game in this series. They have both been on the inactive list with injuries, both day to day. From the stretch, here's the 1-1. Paulo looks to second. Looks back there again. Now fires home. And Longo almost got hit by the pitch. Takes inside. 2-1. Jordani Valdespin currently dealing with a hip flexor strain that has kept them out this series. Kevin Baez hoping they will be able to reactivate him when the Ducks head to Sugarland. 2-1. Fastball just missed the outside corner. Paula tried to paint the corner, missed the outside part of the plate. And the count moves to 3-1 on Longo with Ruby Silva waiting on deck. Dan Lyons has been dealing with some neck stiffness, says he's been feeling better, but not available to play again here today. His 4th straight game missed. 3-1. Longo grounds it foul, third base side, off the facing of the Road Warrior dugout, in the count 3-2. Taylor Ard also missing his 3rd consecutive game in this series after injuring his quad chasing after a foul ball on Thursday night to the 3rd base stands. We'll see if he has to come off the bench at any point here today. Payoff pitch on the way here to Steve Longo. Puckett leads from second, and DePaula misses downstairs with ball 4. Good at bat for Steve Longo as he draws the 1-out walk. Second walk of the day issued by Julio DePaula, and another base on balls brought to you by City MD Urgent Care with 29 City MD locations on Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So back to the top of the order we go. The Ducks with the tying and go-ahead runs on here with 1 out in this 2nd inning, and it'll be Ruby Silva coming to the plate from the left side. First pitch, and Silva grounds this one foul at home plate. It's well out in front of it, just caught a piece and knocked it down into the dirt. The count 0-1. Silva doubled down the right field line his first time up. That was back in the opening inning, and then eventually scored on the RBI single from Miles Williams. From the stretch, here comes the 0-1. Paula kicks and comes home. Silva takes, fastball misses down and away. That'll move the count to 1-1. Puckett the runner at second. Longo the runner at first. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and driven foul down the left field line and out of play. That'll move the count to 1-2. Double by Silva, his 4th in the Atlantic League this year. Again, that's combined between the Ducks and the York Revolution, who he began the season with. He was absolutely critical in York's championship run last year in the playoffs against the Ducks in the championship series. 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He chased well up and out of the zone there from DePaula. First strikeout of the day for the righty Julio DePaula. That's the 2nd out of the inning. With 2 away, that'll leave it up to Miles Williams.
One on the right field at number 5, Miles Williams. Number 5.
Paula gets a big second out there as he gets Silva to chase what would have been ball 2 up and out of the zone. Cody Puckett started the inning by reaching second base on poor throwing error from Edwin Gomez. He remains there 3 batters later. First pitch to Miles Williams, and he swings and misses at a breaking ball over the inside corner for strike 1. Williams with an RBI single up the middle his first time up, just past the diving try of Melvin Rodriguez. His 11th RBI in a Ducks uniform, then scored later in the inning on a wild pitch. Here's DePaula's 0-1. Looks to second, deals to the plate. Williams a swing and a foul ball back behind the dish. And quickly, Williams is behind it, 0-2. So neither Marshall nor DePaula have looked sharp today. DePaula trying to keep this Road Warriors team in front by a run here in inning number 2. Puckett leads from second, Longo from first with 2 down. And the 0-2. Down and away, good block by Robert De La Hoz at home plate. Keeps the runners put, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Road Warriors will head to York, Pennsylvania. They'll open up a brief 2-game set with the Revolution this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, then they'll have Thursday off. And then the Revolution welcome in the Patriots to the final, now 4 home games of the year in York. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Doubleheader Friday after their game was postponed with Somerset in New Jersey today. Here comes the 1-2. Paula deals, and Williams takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 3 called. So the Ducks get a gift error from Edwin Gomez to begin the inning as Gomez sails a routine grounder over first, and they can't do anything with it. In the inning, for Long Island, no runs. They had no hits, a walk, and an error, and the Ducks leave 2 men on base. We will head to the third here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks trailing the Road Warriors 4-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
On to the third inning we go with the Long Island Ducks trailing 4-3 against the Road Warriors. Hector Silvestre will stay into this ball game to pitch the third. And by the way, fans, thank you for following all season long as the Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Ducks needed to hit 100 home runs to meet the challenge. They lead the Atlantic League with 114 on the season. And so by hitting 114 home runs, they have met that Chappie's Home Run Challenge. And Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks groundskeeper Brett Franklin out on the field doing some maintenance on the areas out on the infield and by home plate. Again, with this light rain falling, the dirt definitely takes on some water, becomes a little bit more muddy. So a little bit less easy for the batters, the pitchers, the fielders to get a good grip, whether they're in the batter's box or running the bases or throwing pitches out on the mound. And so Brett Franklin doing some extra work just to try and help everybody out, make it a more comfortable feeling for all of the players out there on the field. Obviously, safety is of utmost importance. The Ducks want to make sure that all of the players on both the Ducks and the Road Warriors are safe here when they play. The Road Warriors have collected 5 hits over the course of the first 2 innings. However, 2 of those have been infield hits. Ducks have also committed an error in this game, though it did not come back to bite them. And those 4 walks in the first inning issued by Brett Marshall certainly did not help matters. Though only one of those 4 walks eventually came around to score. First pitch here to Anthony Ray is a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So the final line on Marshall, his shortest start of the year, 1 1/3 innings. He gives up 4 runs, all earned on 5 hits and 4 walks while striking out 1. Here a ground ball to the left side. Cody Puckett ranging to his left field and throws to first in time to beat the speedy Anthony Ray for the first out of the inning. Good play there by Puckett to retire Ray, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. That'll bring up the catcher and 8-hitter Robert De La Hoz. 55 pitches for Marshall, only 28 of them for strikes. And ultimately right now is the loser, but if the Ducks are able to tie this game, that would get him off the hook. Meanwhile, Silvestre, who came in and got 2 pop-outs among the 3 hitters he faced, with an error sandwiched in between by Puckett, did a great job to get out of trouble. Robert De La Hoz fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. De La Hoz briefly played with the Ducks earlier this year. He had 5 at-bats, went 0 for 5. And since joining the Road Warriors, De La Hoz is now 3 for 14 at the plate, with a homer, an RBI, and a run scored. Fastball here, taken at the knees for a strike. De La Hoz disagreed. And the count 0-2. Road Warriors signing him late in August. This is his first action against his former team. Silvestre gets a sign from Cabrera, and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air to center, right at Anthony Vega. Took a step in, now retreats a couple steps to make the catch. So De La Hoz retired on the line out to center, and Silvestre has retired the first 2 here in the 3rd. Silvestre began as a reliever, then became a starter, and had some mixed results as a starter. Overall, 2-1 with a 6.19 ERA coming in. 36 1/3 innings of work, 47 hits. Gave up 30 runs, 25 of them earned, walked 16 and struck out 21. So certainly not the numbers he or the Ducks wanted. And was put back in the bullpen by Long Island lately, swinging a miss for strike 1 with Dennis O'Grady and Lorenzo Barcelo moving into the starting rotation. And of course the acquisition of Brett Marshall as well. But he certainly has been stretched out somewhat this year because he's been a starter. And so Kevin Baez can use him in this situation after the struggles of Marshall to try and get some length with the lefty. 0-1. Hibbert squared to bunt, pulled back and took low for ball 1. Reached in the 2nd inning after taking a couple pitches that were close and were called balls from Marshall. Eventually hit a ground ball weakly up the 3rd base line and was able to hustle it out for an infield single on the 9th pitch of the at-bat. 1-1 here, taken on the inside corner for strike 2. And Silvestre 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 3rd inning. 4-3 the Road Warriors lead. They are out hitting the Ducks 5-4. Each 3rd baseman with an error in this game. Silvestre steps off, wants to go through the signs again with Cabrera. Defense with a slight shift here towards the left side. The shortstop Longo over to his right, closer to Puckett at 3rd. 1-2. Down in the dirt. Skips away from Cabrera. 2-2. Shortest outing of the year for Brett Marshall, and obviously the control issues came back. Had trouble getting ahead in counts, even when he was able to get outs. 2-2. Skied in the air to shallow right. Racing in Miles Williams and towards the line. Crosses in a foul ground, and he makes the running catch. A snow cone grab there for Miles Williams, but he gets the out. Silvestre retires the side in order, which means it's another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. It's just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. We head to the bottom of the 3rd, 4-3 Road Warriors.
Hey, fam, this is Jordani Valdez being second baseman. and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green, so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Pave your way.
Well, when Hector Silvestre induced the foul pop-up off the bat of Matt Hibbert for the final out of the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of today's ball game. And did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico can save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. Michael Pollock here with you as we go to the bottom of the third. Lou Ford to lead off against Julio DePaula, back out there for his third inning of work, and he misses down and in with ball one. DePaula allowing 3 runs on 4 hits and a walk in the first inning, no runs in the second despite a walk and an error. And here Ford smacks one into the glove of a leaping Geraldo Valentin at first for out number 1. Ford bidding for his second hit of the day as he smacked an double in a right field in the first inning and eventually scored, but Valentin with a nice grab on the line drive, and there is the first out.
Ramon Cabrera, number 38.
So 1 away on the line drive off the bat of Ford, who's now 1 for 2. That'll bring up Ramon Cabrera, who had a heck of an at-bat back in the first inning. First pitch from DePaula, taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Cabrera quickly went behind 0-2, chasing 2 pitches very out of the strike zone, but ultimately fouled off 5 2-strike pitches, took 2 pitches out of the zone as well in there, and then laced an RBI double over the head of Anthony Ray at left to tie the game. Foul ball back behind the plate here. Goes upstairs and then comes back down below, and the count quickly runs to 0-2. Be an 0-2 pitch here with 1 out. DePaula winds and fires. Cabrera pops one in the air to shallow center. The shortstop, Ozzy Martinez, is there, and he'll make the catch. So a line drive to first, to pop out to short. 2 Ducks quickly retired here in the third. Now with 2 away, that'll leave it up to David Washington.
David Washington, number 30.
DePaula already with his longest outing of the year. Previously went 2 innings twice. July 28th at Somerset, and August 22nd at New Britain. Already has gone 2 2/3 here today, and after that rocky first inning, Ducks have yet to get a hit off DePaula. First pitch, Washington takes a fastball low and inside for ball 1. Washington drew a walk back in the first inning, but was picked off at first base. At second base, as this one is fouled off. He had gone to second on that double play ground out by Deanna Navarro, and that was there with Cody Puckett with an opportunity to give the Ducks the lead, and he got picked off at second by pitcher Julio DePaula. 1-1 the count. Right-hander winds and fires. Washington fouls it straight back to the screen behind the plate, and that'll move the count to 1-2. So just like Silvestre in the top half of the inning, DePaula looking for a 1-2-3 frame in the bottom half of this third inning. Retired the first 2 with ease, and now the 1-2 pitch is taken low. Good slider, but missed out of the zone. And good movement on the pitch. Count even up at 2-2 on Washington, who drew 2 walks last night and 2 walks the previous game. Just going to make it 3 straight with 2 walks against the Road Warriors. 2-2 off the outside corner. That'll run the count full. Washington has reached base safely in 7 straight games, has a .414 on-base percentage. That coming in, so now make it 8 straight with his walk back in the first. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball is on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Not sure what Washington was looking for there, but that is strikeout number 3 on the night for DePaula, and his second looking. Ducks go in order in the third. We'll head to the fourth here at Bethpage Ballpark. Road Warriors still in front, 4-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jake Fisher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Go Ducks.
This season, build new memories.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
This season, witness the action.
He reaches up, it's gone!
This season, celebrate an all-star summer.
The Ducks have won it 7-1.
Gather your friends and family for an entertainment experience like no other. The Ducks 2018 schedule is full of new promotions, and with free parking and tickets starting at just $12, there's no better value on Long Island. Get tickets to an all-star summer at liducks.com.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. We head to the fourth inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks behind 4-3 against the Road Warriors in the finale of a 3-game series and the final home game of the regular season for the Long Island Ducks. New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there for coverage of the Long Island Ducks, the Mets and the Yankees, major and minor league baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer. Visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. So Julio DePaula seems to have settled down after that rocky first inning. He has allowed only 2 base runners since, an error and a walk. Meanwhile, Hector Silvestre has retired 5 of the 6 hitters he has faced since taking over for Brett Marshall. And the only man to reach against him was Jorge Fernandez on the error by Puckett. So we go to the fourth, with the Ducks trailing 4-3. And Silvestre to face Ossie Martinez, the shortstop and leadoff hitter for the Road Warriors, who takes a strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Light rain continues to fall here on this chilly Sunday afternoon. From the windup, the 0-1. Martinez takes down an in to even the count. Shortstop's been on twice today, drew a walk and scored in the first and reached on an infield single in the second, but was stranded at third base. Silvestre is 1-1. High pop-up in the air to left towards the line. Going out is Longo, coming in is Ford. And Lou Ford, crossing into foul ground, makes the catch for the first out of this fourth inning. Good running grab by Ford. Obviously, you got to be careful if you're in the outfield today with that rain falling. The grass a little bit more slick than usual. And the warning track as well down that left field line. You could see some glistening on the warning track from the rain. So certainly have to be a bit careful, but obviously every out important. Here's Melvin Rodriguez to the plate from the left side. Swing and a miss. A good fastball from Silvestre, and the count 0-1. Rodriguez has had 2 singles and 2 at-bats today. A base hit to left field in the first, later scored on a wild pitch by Brett Marshall. The 0-1, fouled back to the screen. And Silvestre quickly gets ahead at 0-2. And an RBI single to right field off of Marshall in the second on a 1-0 pitch that brought in Matt Hibbert. Good for his 27th run batted in of the year. From the line, here's the 0-2. Silvestre deals, and Rodriguez fouls it back to the top of the screen this time behind the plate. First to the bottom, now to the top. And it keeps the count at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Silvestre, the left-hander, at 6'3", 180 pounds, now resides in Waterbury, Connecticut. Originally from the Dominican Republic, though, misses inside with a fastball. Tried to paint the corner and missed, and the count 1-2. Silvestre just 25 years old. Spent time in the Nationals organization previously, peaking at Single A. 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him to chase over the inside corner. So Hector Silvestre picks up his first strikeout of the afternoon. And he has retired the first 2 here in the 4th, and 6 in a row overall since the error.
Road Warriors third baseman number 10, Edwin Gomez, number 10.
So 2 down and the bases empty, top half of the 4th inning, and Edwin Gomez will step to the plate, the switch-hitting third baseman batting from the right side against the left-hander Silvestre. First pitch. Taken for a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Kevin Baez certainly making a bold move there in the second to go with the lefty Silvestre to come in that second inning and face the lefty Jose Julio Ruiz. 0-1 here is chopped into the ground, foul. It goes out towards short, but it was hit off the foot of Gomez. And the count goes to 0-2. And brought in the lefty Silvestre to set up a lefty-lefty matchup. And it worked out. He got Jose Julio Ruiz to pop out and was able to get out of trouble in that inning, stranding the bases loaded. So 0-2 the count here after the foul ball from Gomez. Here's the windup in the offering from Silvestre. And he misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gomez, who singled to drive in a run in the first, later scored himself, and then struck out swinging in the second against Brett Marshall. 1-2. Popped up in the air, shallow center. Drifting in on it is Anthony Vega. Gets to the spot, makes the catch. And it's back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Hector Silvestre, who has retired 8 of the 9 hitters he has faced since coming into the ball game. 3.5 complete here in the series finale. 4-3 Road Warriors in front.
Hey fans, this is infielder David Washington, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today. Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? Long Island's hometown team invites you to check out the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck hasn't been reserved, the Beer Garden features a variety of the best brews, including popular fan favorites as well as local craft beer selections. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks-branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and enjoy the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Bottom half of the 4th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. 4-3 ball game. One that started off with a ton of offense in the first inning has leveled out as neither side has been able to score since the top of the second. Julio DePaula certainly helping out the Road Warriors today. A team that is very short on pitching and certainly has been strapped at points of late with the amount of work that they've needed. Their starters have certainly given them above and beyond in this series. Kelvin Villa yesterday did not have his best stuff, still gave the Road Warriors 7 innings and 130 pitches of work, so only Luis Cruz had a pitch yesterday, but was released after the game. And Felix Baez, who got somewhat roughed up on Friday, overall only 4 runs, but pitched 8 innings. He threw 127 pitches. And DePaula, who has not thrown more than 2 innings this year, into a 4th inning of work here today. And he deals a nice slider over the inside corner for strike 1 to Deanna Navarro. Navarro grounded into a double play his first time up. Here it takes a breaking ball outside, and it evens the count at 1-1. Looking in for the sign is DePaula. He's ready. The 1-1 is a slider that misses down and away. That'll move the count to 2 balls and a strike on Navarro. Will be followed by Cody Puckett and Anthony Vega here in the 4th inning. Infield mostly straight away. Second baseman shaded up the middle slightly. DePaula ready to go. The 2-1. Skied in the air, foul back behind the plate. And that'll even up the count at 2-2. Navarro thus far 3 for 6 in the series. He's got a double, a homer, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored. and has drawn a pair of walks as well. Pretty productive series for Navarro. The Ducks with a strong twosome at catcher between Navarro and Cabrera. 2-2. Down in the dirt. Good block by De La Hoz. That'll move the count full. And obviously with the injuries to Valdespin and Lyons, Kevin Baez wants some of his best hitters in the lineup, so he's putting both catchers in the lineup, one at catcher, one at DH. 3-2. Foul back. Defensive swing there from Navarro. Another slider from DePaula. Was able to fight it off to stay alive. We'll do it again. Navarro has hit safely in 7 consecutive games coming into play today, and really has been hitting the ball well during that stretch. .417 batting average. Popped up in the air here to shallow center. Racing in on it, Matt Hibbert. Still coming on. Gets there and makes the catch. So Deanna Navarro retired on the pop out to center field. And that is how we begin the 4th inning. The Ducks have now seen each of their last 6 hitters in a row retired by DePaula since the walk to Steve Longo in the 2nd. Long Island has not managed a hit since their 4th batter of the game. That was the RBI double by Ramon Cabrera. So DePaula certainly seems to have settled down. With the Ducks still trailing by a run, Long Island has to find the offense here in this game. First pitch, Puckett takes a fastball strike over the outside corner. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. That's down and away to even up the count at 1-1. Here's the pitch. On the ground, right to short. Gobbled up there by Ossie Martinez. He sets and throws to first. That's in time. Puckett had hit a weak ground ball to the left side of the infield in the 2nd that Edwin Gomez had all the time in the world to throw on, and sailed it over the first baseman's head. This time Martinez makes the accurate throw. So 2 away quickly for the Ducks here in the 4th. DePaula to this point has thrown a total of 68 pitches on the day. And of those 68, 41 of them have been for strikes. 2 down, here's Anthony Vega. Swings and rips one hard but foul down the right field line. Past Dennis O'Grady, who was coaching over at first base. O'Grady, last night's starter, picking up his 6th win of the year. Didn't have his best stuff. He gave up 7 hits in 5 innings, but ultimately 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. The Ducks offense responded with a 3-run second, a 4-run third to turn a 3-0 deficit into a 7-3 lead en route to a 9-4 win. From the windup, here's the 0-1. Vega swings, lifts it in the air deep down the left field line, but this will slice foul. Off the end of the bat, and the count goes to 0-2. Vega popped out to short his first time up. Looked like he was going to bunt on the first pitch of the at-bat. Pulled it back for a ball. Then was squaring to bunt on the 2nd pitch. Pulled it back and swung away. Popped out. Behind here at 0-2. DePaula from the windup kicks and deals. And Vega pops it foul again. This time off behind third base. So we'll do it once again with a count of 0-2. Here's the pitch. Vega takes a fastball just off the outside corner. De La Hoz was set up on the outer half of the plate, but that pitch missed the corner. This is Vega's first action of the series, by the way. Did not play the first 2 games. 241 hitter against the Road Warriors this year coming into play today. Paula gets the sign from De La Hoz and the 1-2. Breaking ball slashed foul to the third base side. Another defensive swing there from Vega. Stayed back on it and then lined it foul. Vega battling here to try and keep this 4th inning alive. Steve Longo waiting in the on-deck circle for the Ducks. Another long look in for DePaula. Now his 1-2. Fastball missed the outside corner. Good eye from Vega. He evens the count at 2-2. Still no wind to speak of, but still the light rain falling. You get the sense it's going to probably be falling for much of the afternoon here today. Team's playing through it, though. Here comes the 2-2 delivery now. And Vega swings and misses for strike 3. So he goes down swinging as DePaula wins the battle on the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And that will put an end to this 4th inning. Ducks go in order for the 2nd inning in a row. Their last 8 hitters have been retired by DePaula. We move to the 5th. Road Warriors still with a 1-run lead at 4-3.
Hey fans, this is Taylor Ard, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLINY.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
To the 5th inning we go here at Bethpage Ballpark. 4-3, the Road Warriors leading the Long Island Ducks. Hector Silvestre back to the mound for his 3rd full inning of work, if he pitches this complete 5th inning. And 4th inning of work overall. Again, he took over in the 2nd with 2 on and 1 out. And was able to get 2 pop-outs, getting out of trouble in that inning. And has retired the side in order in each of the past 2. So the left-hander has done a good job thus far. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Road Warriors here in the 5th. But meanwhile, the Ducks offense, which got off to a good start in the 1st inning against DePaula, has not been able to get much going over the past 3 innings that they have come to the plate. That's so the Road Warriors maintaining that 1-run advantage. Defense shifts to the right side here for Jose Julio Ruiz. First pitch to him, he pops it up foul. 3rd base side out of play. And the count 0-1. Julio Ruiz was the first batter Silvestre faced in the 2nd inning. And was able to induce Julio Ruiz to pop out to short. Here he pops one in the air to center. In a couple steps comes Anthony Vega. Lines it up. He'll make the catch. And Jose Julio Ruiz set down for the first out here in the 5th inning. So he's now 0 for 2 with a walk here today. 1 out. And up to the plate will step the right fielder, Jorge Fernandez. Get some out-of-town scores to you here in this 5th inning. Let you know what's going on around the Atlantic League and on the Major League scoreboard. Also the first NFL Sunday of the year. Fouled back to the screen here for strike 1 off the bat of Fernandez, who has walked and reached on an error today. Neither time was able to advance past first. The 0-1 is fouled off down the right field line for strike 2. Well, we mentioned earlier the Somerset Patriots and York Revolution postponed due to the inclement weather here in the Northeast today. They didn't even try to play. So that game will be made up now as part of a doubleheader in York on Friday, along with the originally scheduled game that day. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Silvestre blows the fastball by him up and away. 2nd strikeout for the left-hander. First time that they've been able to retire Fernandez today, and that's the 2nd out. So that will become a 4-game series now. And with both of those teams idle, the Ducks with a chance to gain a half game on both in their pursuit of the playoff spot. 1 game currently being delayed due to rain. That's the Barnstormers and the Blue Crabs in Lancaster. Game has not yet to begin. Don't know who the starters are for that one. But again, delayed due to the inclement weather in Lancaster, PA, who has received a ton of rain this year. Ball 1 of Valentine, the 6th hitter and first baseman, who was grounded into a double play and popped out to first today. Here he takes a fastball. That just misses the outside corner. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Skeeters out to a 4-0 lead over the New Britain Bees, bottom of the 6th in Connecticut. Sugar Land trying to salvage the finale of that series before they head home to face the Ducks on Tuesday night. 2-0. Popped up foul back behind the plate, upstairs and out of play. 2-1 the count out. James Russell, the lefty on the mound for Sugar Land. Well, Kyle Simon gets the start today for New Britain. Skeeters with 3 RBIs from Juan Silverio, 1 from Matt Chavez today. Foul ball on the ground on the third baseline by Valentin is quickly a 1-2. Mets trail the Phillies 2-1, top of the 5th at Citi Field. Vince Velasquez on the mound for the Phillies today. It was originally scheduled to be Jacob deGrom, but he was scratched due to the rain, so Corey Oswalt, gets the start for the Mets. Rhys Hoskins, his 30th home run of the season for the Phillies. 2-2. Ground ball right to third. Cody Puckett, a nice pick on the backhand out of the dirt. His throw across is in time for the out. Not an easy play, but Puckett makes it. And Hector Silvestre with his 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning. He has retired 10 in a row. Left-hander has done a magnificent job for the Ducks since taking over for the struggling Brett Marshall. Halfway through here on this Sunday afternoon, it is 4-3 in favor of the Road Warriors.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Daniel Fields, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up here at Bethpage Ballpark with the Ducks trailing the Road Warriors 4-3. Julio DePaula back to the mound for his 5th inning of work. Got off to a tough start, but has been pitching much better of late. Has kept the Ducks off the scoreboard since the first, has not given up a hit since that first inning, and has retired 8 in a row. It'll be 9-1-2 in the order for the Ducks here in the 5th. Longo, Silva, and Williams due up to the plate for the Ducks. Rain continues to fall here on this Sunday afternoon. First pitch to Longo, misses inside for ball 1. Longo drew a walk his first time up. That was way back in the 2nd inning. That was the last Duck batter to reach against the righty. 1-0. And Longo swinging a weak ground ball to third. Gomez will gobble it up. His throw across the diamond is low, but dug out by Valentin, saving Gomez of his 2nd error of the day. And a quick first out here in the 5th inning. So that'll bring up Ruby Silva. Continuing on the out-of-town scoreboard, Yankees and Mariners will get underway at 4 o'clock down in Seattle. Yankees going for the series sweep. They'll send CC Sabathia to the mound, who's 7-6 with a 3.54 ERA. He'll be opposed by Erasmo Ramirez, the right-hander for the Mariners, who is 2-3 with a 5.56 ERA on the season. Ruby Silva swings at the first pitch, fouls it off for strike 1. Silva today is 1 for 2. He doubled and scored back in the first, struck out swinging in the 2nd. Shakes off the catcher, now the 0-1. Here's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, knee high for a strike. Silva thought it was way too low, but DePaula gets the strike and the count goes to 0-2. DePaula ready to go. Here's the pitch. Silva takes a fastball up and away for ball 1. First NFL Sunday of the year, the Giants at MetLife Stadium taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in the rain. Jaguars with a 13-9 lead late in the 3rd quarter. 1-2 is low and outside. Running the count even at 2-2. Touchdown pass and an interception today for Blake Bortles of the Jaguars. Saquon Barkley just 29 yards rushing thus far on the ground in his Giant debut. 2-2 is fouled off third base side. Eli Manning 16-23, 139 yards. Giants with 3 Aldrick Rosas field goals to account for their offense thus far. Be a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch here from DePaula to Silva. Kicks and fires. And Silva takes outside to run the count full. And today, of course, the final day at the U.S. Open. The men's finals today at 4 o'clock. It'll be the 3rd seed Juan Martín Del Pocho against 6th seed Novak Djokovic after an eventful Saturday in the women's final at Arthur Ashe yesterday. 3-2. Fouled off again. Silva went after the pitch up and away. Spoils it. Knocks it foul. Do it again at 3-2. Again, DePaula with his longest outing of the year, 84 pitches, 51 of them for strikes. Has been a reliever in his first 20 appearances, but a starter here today. The 3-2. It's a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 3 called. So Ruby Silva goes down looking, the 5th strikeout of the day for DePaula, who hadn't had more than 3 in a game this year. And that is the 3rd looking strikeout for the Ducks offense today. After that great start, Ducks just cannot seem to figure out Road Warriors righty. Ellie Rodriguez sticking with him, and why not with the way he's been pitching over these last few innings. Miles Williams now, he takes the first pitch for a strike, and a big key, Julio DePaula getting ahead consistently with first pitch strikes. Williams is 1 for 2. Paula shakes off De La Hoz, now ready, the 0-1. Fastball, tries to paint the outside corner and missed. And the count 1-1. Williams an RBI single up the middle in the first, then scored on a wild pitch. Struck out looking, though, to end the second. 1-1. Swings and misses. He chases a slider off the outside corner. And it quickly moves the count to 1-2. Ford waiting on deck for Long Island. Here's the pitch. And Williams, a half swing at a ball down in the dirt. They say he did not go. Tim Rossa, the first base umpire, calling that Williams checked his swing. Paula, I think, thought he had strike 3 there. Instead, the count is even at 2-2. Ducks trailing by a run, 4-3 as we play in the bottom half of inning number 5. Paula looking in for the sign from De La Hoz. Now he's got the pitch. 2-2. Foul back to the backstop. Williams just getting a piece of it to stay alive. 1 for 2 today. Williams is now 3 for 7 in the series. Has scored 3 runs, has driven in 1. 2 walks as well. Again, the 2-2. And Williams, a half swing at a ball down in the dirt again. They appeal. No swing again, says Tim Rosso. Williams certainly wants to try and get on base here to bring Lou Ford to the plate. With the tying run on, and with Ford representing the go-ahead run. Payoff pitch once again. DePaula deals. Williams takes a called strike 3 over the inside corner. Williams strikes out looking for the 2nd time in a row. 2 strikeouts looking for the Ducks here in the 5th. 6 strikeouts in the game for DePaula, who has set the Ducks down in order for 3 consecutive innings. Long Island still without a hit since the first. We've played 5 here at Bethpage Ballpark. Road Warriors 4 and the Ducks 3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden. And he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Julio DePaula stifling the Ducks offense, which fell behind early 3-0, came back to tie it in the first, and then the Road Warriors with a run in the second, retaking the lead, and Long Island has not been able to get a hit over their last 4 innings at the plate against DePaula. Again, came into the day with a 7.14 ERA. Has been struggling all year long, but he looks great over the last 4 innings on the mound. Meanwhile, Hector Silvestre has looked terrific for the Ducks as well. He has yet to give up a hit in his 3 2/3 innings of relief here today. He's retired all but one batter that he has faced. And unfortunately, the Ducks offense has not been able to give him a lead to work with. So back to the mound goes Silvestre. And for the Road Warriors, they will be sending up their left fielder to start things off, Anthony Ray. It'll be Ray, De La Hoz, and Hibbert. The bottom 3 in the order due up here in the 6th inning.
Left fielder number 3, Anthony Ray, number 3.
We'll also get you our trivia question here today, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Today's question going to revolve around the starter for the Road Warriors today, Julio DePaula. We'll actually get it to you right now because Brett Franklin, the groundskeeper for the Ducks, put some more dirt down in the home plate area. Home plate umpire Chris Engstrom asked him to lay some more of that product down on the field in the batter's box and around home plate, just to try and help the hitters get a little bit better of a grip. Last night we saw some of the pitchers have trouble with their grip, and some of the hitters too, with 2 of the members of the Ducks, Ford and Williams, slipping out of the batter's box. So let's get you that trivia question. Julio DePaula made his major league debut as a member of the Minnesota Twins back on May the 16th during the 2007 season. Played in a game against the Cleveland Indians at Jacobs Field, what was then known as Jacobs Field, in a game the Indians won 7-1. DePaula came into that game and pitched the 8th inning for the Twins. And so our question to you, who was his teammate that started in left field that day for the Twins? We'll let you think about it, and we'll give you the answer in the bottom half of the inning. Anthony Ray lines the first pitch to left center. In is Anthony Vega to make the running catch. And Ray retired for the first out here in the 6th. So another out induced by Hector Silvestre, who has now retired 11 in a row since Fernandez reached on the error in the 2nd. 12 of the 13 hitters that Silvestre has faced have been retired. Well, lefty has looked terrific on the mound here today in relief of the struggling righty, Brett Marshall. One away, that'll bring up the catcher and 8-hitter Robert De La Hoz to the plate. He bats from the right side. Silvestre's first pitch. De La Hoz takes a fastball inside for ball 1. De La Hoz 2 pop-outs to center field today. Once in the first that ended the inning. Once in the 3rd that was the 2nd out of the inning. 1-0. And he takes low and outside from the lefty for ball 2. Defense for the most part straight away. First baseman David Washington well off the bag. Another pitch out of the zone, and Silvestre with 3 balls and no strikes here on his former teammate Robert De La Hoz. This is the first time Silvestre has gotten to 3 balls since taking over on the mound. Had never gotten more than 2. He's behind here on the 8-hitter Robert De La Hoz, 3-0. Kicking the pitch from the lefty. Now that's well up and outside for ball 4. So there is the first batter that he has allowed on base without the help of an error here today. A walk to Robert De La Hoz with 1 out in the 6th on 4 pitches he missed. That'll bring up Matt Hibbert to the plate. Silvestre has thrown 44 pitches, 30 of them for strikes. He's been very efficient since taking over on the mound again. 3 consecutive 1-2-3 innings coming into this one. but issues the free pass with 1 out. That's the 5th walk given up by the Ducks today. The first 4 from Brett Marshall, all in the first inning. Matt Hibbert squares the bunt, bunts it foul up the third baseline. And the count moves to 0-1. Hibbert, the 9-hitter, reached on an infield single to third base beginning the second. And eventually came around to score. In the frustrating part, when you look back at it, Brett Marshall twice in that at-bat thought he had strike 3. He didn't get the call on either. Who knows if that run comes across had strike 3 been called. There's a strike on the outside corner. Runs the count to 0-2 now on Hibbert, who popped out foul down the right field line his last time up. That was back in the third inning. De La Hoz leads from first with 1 man out. It'll be an 0-2 pitch from the lefty. Silvestre kicks and fires, and Hibbert takes down and in for ball number 1. Silvestre looks in for the sign. Now he has what he likes. The 1-2 popped up in the air, shallow right. Silva goes out, Williams comes in, and Miles Williams making the call will make the catch for the second out of this 6th inning.
It's back to the top of the order for the Road
So
Warriors.
Hibbert retired on a pop out to the right fielder for the second time in a row. And with 2 down and a runner at first, back to the top of the order for Ozzie Martinez. Ducks at one point trailed the season series by the count of 6-4 against this Road Warriors team. And Long Island has responded by winning each of their last 8 games against the Road Warriors. They lost their first meeting in the second half, 9-7, losing a lead late on August the 2nd. Have not lost against the Road Warriors since. First pitch here misses inside near the feet of Martinez for ball 1. So Ducks with a 12-6 record now this year against the Road Warriors, tied with their mark against the Blue Crabs for their best against any opponent this year. And all-time, the Ducks with a 103-23 record against this Road Warriors franchise. 1-0 is down in the dirt. And Silvestre quickly behind at 2-0 on Ozzie Martinez, who has walked, singled, and popped out to left in his 3 at-bats here today. 3 plate appearances, I should say. Game looking like it's picking up a little bit here as we play in the top of the 6th inning. 2-0 from the lefty. And he misses just low. Silvestre thought he had strike 1. But Chris Engstrom, the home plate umpire, says it was too low. And he's 1 pitch away from walking his second batter of the inning on 4 pitches. Here's the offering. Martinez takes a strike this time. Fastball over the outside corner, 3-1. See if Martinez takes again or if he'll be swinging away this time at 3-1. De La Hoz does not have great speed at first. Washington holding him on, though. 3-1. Fouled off behind the plate, slightly off to the first base side. That'll move the count to 3-2. With 2 outs, that'll release De La Hoz from first. And Silvestre is strike 3 away from getting through the 6th unharmed. 4-3 Road Warriors, top of the 6th inning here in the regular season home finale for the Ducks. Silvestre comes set on the rubber. Payoff. Runner goes and the pitch misses down and in for ball 4. So a 2-out walk issued to Ozzie Martinez, the second walk of the inning given up by Hector Silvestre. And that 2-out walk will bring Melvin Rodriguez to the plate.
3:30.
Obviously the Ducks do not want to fall behind further with what Julio De Paula is doing against their offense. Still plenty of time to come back. The Ducks have not managed to hit since the first inning against the righty. So here's Rodriguez with runners at first and second, 2 out. First pitch that's lifted in the air to left, shallow, racing in forward, he won't get it. Lancer a base hit around third, De La Hoz, he's coming home. Here's the throw to the plate, it's not in time. 2-out walks will kill you, and it kills Silvestre here. A first pitch RBI single for Melvin Rodriguez, his 3rd hit of the game. And Long Island now trails by 2 at 5-3. All that great work done by Hector Silvestre gone here in the 6th, courtesy of 2 walks. And now an RBI single the other way from Melvin Rodriguez following the 2-out walk to Martinez has given the Road Warriors a 2-run advantage. And the inning not over. First and third here now with 2 away. And that'll bring to the plate Edwin Gomez, the switch-hitting third baseman. First pitch from Silvestre. That's ripped hard but fouled on the third base line for strike one. Again, you wonder if Silvestre is starting to labor a little bit. He's had 56 pitches to this point. But Silvestre had been a starter, was moved to the bullpen. The last time that he pitched coming into today was August the 30th. So has not pitched at all here in the month of September. Today is the 9th day of the month. So it's been a while since he's been on the mound. Kevin Baez asking him to go above and beyond after Brett Marshall struggled, going just 1 1/3 innings today. He has looked great coming into this inning, but 2 walks and now a 2-out RBI single hurting him. The 0-1, and that's fouled back to the backstop. He gets the count to 0-2. So now the challenge even greater for the Ducks as they trail by 2. Try and come back and even the score. Silvestre's 0-2. Up and away, he missed with the off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Rodriguez with 3 hits and 2 RBIs today. Came into the day hitting just .241 on the year for the Road Warriors. Had 2 hits off Brett Marshall and now gets a hit off of Silvestre. This one lifted in the air to shallow right center. On the run, Anthony Vega. He dives and can't make the catch. That's going to land for a base hit. Scoring is Martinez around third trying to come home. Rodriguez. Throw to the plate way offline from Longo. That'll go all the way back to the backstop. And advancing to third on the error will go Gomez. 2-run extra base hit. And the lead is now 4 for the Road Warriors at 7-3. They had a chance to get the runner at the plate. And the throw way offline, sails all the way back to the screen. And again, the 2-out walks, inexcusable. You can't walk a hitter with 2 outs in the inning, especially a guy hitting .250 on the year, but Silvestre does it. The 2 walks coming back to bite him in this inning. And now the Ducks with their largest deficit of the day as they trail by the count of 7-3. It'll go down as a 2-run double for Edwin Gomez. Vega with the dive, ultimately could not come up with it. So scoring on the play were Martinez and Rodriguez. And then with the runner coming home, you can't assume he would have been out with an accurate throw, but the throw was way wild. That allows the runner to advance to third.
Designated hitter, number 29, Jose Julio Ruiz, number 29.
And so on the error, another run comes in. And it's now a 7-3 ball game. All that great work undone here in the 6th inning by Silvestre. There's a strike over the outside corner. 0-1 for Gomez, his 2nd hit of the day. He's now got 3 RBIs in the game and up to 31 on the season. A pitch taken low and the count 1-1. 3 straight have reached with 2 outs. A walk, an RBI single, and a 2-run single. This one on the ground to second base for Silva, who will take it and will flip it to Washington at first for the final out of the inning. But the damage has been done. The Road Warriors had a runner at first with 2 outs in the inning, a walk to Martinez, an RBI single from Rodriguez, and a 2-run double from Gomez. 3 runs in the inning on 2 hits, 2 walks, and an error. 1 man left on base. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. A lot of work to do for the Ducks now, who trail 7-3.
Hey fan, this is Carlos Pimentel, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Rain continuing to fall here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks now find themselves behind by 4 runs against the Road Warriors. 7-3 the score. A game that the Ducks fell behind early, were able to pull even. Have the go-ahead run at second with 2 outs. David Washington got picked off, and that seemed to take the wind out of the Ducks' sails. From that point on, it's been all Road Warriors. They got a run in the second inning as Marshall's struggles continued before he was taken out. Hector Silvestre came in and was dominant from innings 2 through 5. But the Ducks offense was dominated by righty Julio DePaula, who goes back out there for a 6th inning of work. He is certainly going above and beyond here today. A guy who came in with a 7.14 ERA and an 0-4 record. Now the Ducks, since that first inning, have gotten just about nothing against him. They've had an error and a walk. That has been it. Lou Ford to the plate, takes low for ball 1. And now after Hector Silvestre was doing so well, he allows a 1-out walk in the 6th, and then a 2-out walk. And just 2 things that are inexcusable. Obviously, walks sometimes happen, but against the hitters they happen to. Robert De La Hoz was not really played much at all this year. A 4-pitch walk to him, and then a 2-out walk to Ozzie Martinez, who was hitting .250, and fell behind him 3-0, got it to 3-2, but walks him with 2 outs. And that sets the stage. Melvin Rodriguez, an RBI single to left. Edwin Gomez, a 2-run double to shallow right center out of the reach of a diving Anthony Vega. And all of a sudden, the Ducks trail by 4. There's a strike. 3-1 now the count on Lou Ford, who is 1 for 2 today. He doubled and scored back in the first. Line out to first in the 3rd. 3-1. On the ground up the middle. That's into center field. Ford's got his 2nd hit of the day. A good way to start off this 6th for the Ducks as they pick up their first hit since Ramon Cabrera's RBI double back in the 1st inning. So Cabrera had the RBI double in the 1st. Neither of their final 2 hitters in the 1st inning got hits. They sent 5 men to the plate in the 2nd without a hit. They got 16 consecutive batters without a hit against Julio DePaula before that single by Ford. So the Ducks get the leadoff man on. And now Ramon Cabrera to the plate, who is 1 for 2 today. DePaula's first pitch. Cabrera swings, pops it up. First pitch swinging, and he pops it out to left. Shortstop Martinez going out. He'll make the call on the catch. And Cabrera on 1 pitch is retired for the first out here in the 6th inning. Again, this is obviously a very important game for the Ducks. Right now, a 2.5 game lead in the division over Somerset. But Long Island will head to Sugar Land, Texas for 6 games against a very tough Skeeters team who has the best record in the Atlantic League by far this year this week. Tuesday through Sunday. A loss here today would close the gap in the division to 2 and would even Long Island with York in that 2nd wild card spot, with York owning the tiebreaker there. Somerset will host a struggling Southern Maryland team for 2 games this week. Wednesday and Thursday. 0-1 here is on the ground, foul down the first base line. Meanwhile, the Revolution will host the Road Warriors for 2 games Tuesday and Wednesday. And so those games obviously are critical for both Patriots in terms of their 2nd half title hopes, and then the Revolution, because then Somerset and York play each other for the final 4 games of the regular season. 0-2. There's a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Obviously, the Ducks would still be in the desirable position in that they're still in first place in the division. They own the tiebreaker with Somerset. And an opportunity here for the Ducks to end their homestand on a positive note. And it's in danger right now, trailing by 4 in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2. Fastball misses outside. And it evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, a win for the Ducks today would stretch their lead in the division to 3 over Somerset and to 1 over the Revolution in terms of overall record. 2-2 is low and outside. A good take by Washington, and he's worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2 against Julio DePaula. Again, DePaula, you'd have to think his arm is starting to feel it. He's at 103 pitches right now, 61 for strikes, had not gone more than 2 innings in any of his 20 appearances this year with the Road Warriors. Payoff pitch coming. And Washington takes down and away for ball 4. So Julio DePaula walks his first batter since the second inning. Just the third walk given up by the Road Warriors pitching staff today. The Ducks now with 2 on and 1 out. Looks like Ellie Rodriguez will come out of the dugout here, the manager for the Road Warriors, and will he go to his bullpen? Julio DePaula has given him everything and more that Ellie Rodriguez could have asked for here today. Obviously didn't have the first inning he wanted, especially with the struggles that he has had this year. Ellie Rodriguez wasn't sure how long he'd be able to go, but he has gone each of the last 4 innings without giving up a hit and just 1 walk, and he's going to stick with DePaula here. So Ellie Rodriguez will stick with Julio DePaula, who has allowed a single and a walk among the first 3 hitters of this 6th inning. He's had 104 pitches on the day. Long Island with 1 more base runner could bring the tying run to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Here is Deanna Navarro, who is 0 for 2 today. Navarro, who had a grand slam last night, comes up to bat here. First pitch, and Navarro swings it, lines one down the left field line, but foul. Just a little bit out in front, hit it hard, but hits it foul down the line in left. One hops into the seats, 0-1. Navarro in the first inning grounded into a 5-3 double play. Runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning. Oh, 1. Popped up in the air here. Foul this time to the first base side. Valentine over towards the stands will run out of room. And so that'll move the count to 0-2. Paula does a good job of getting ahead here on Navarro at 0-2. Cody Puckett waiting in the on-deck circle. Who, by the way, had a 3-run home run here last night and a grand slam earlier in the homestand. Ford leads from second, Washington from first. Valentine playing behind Washington at first, so he's got a big lead. Paula's 0-2. Looks back to second, and now Navarro asks for time. Obviously, you don't need all 4 runs here, but you want to start taking some of that momentum that the Road Warriors just got and bringing some back to your side. The Ducks now trailing by 4. 0-2. Navarro takes the breaking ball down and away. A fake throw to first by De La Hoz. And that'll move the count to 1-2. A chilly, rainy Sunday afternoon here to close out the home schedule for the Ducks during the regular season. DePaula with a 1-2 pitch. And Navarro takes a breaking ball. That's a little low. Close pitch. But definitely seemed down in the zone. A good take by Navarro. And he gets the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ducks, for the second straight year, will end their season in Sugar Land. Played the final 3 games of the year there last year. 2-2. On the ground, left side, and the whole great play by Gomez to field it. He throws low to second for 1 out. The throw to first, not in time. A little bit offline, almost a huge double play to get the ball out of the inning, but instead it'll go down as a fielder's choice. Would put out 5-4 on the play. Off the bat, it looked like that was in the hole for a base hit, which would have at least loaded the bases for Cody Puckett. But a good job by Gomez to get there and get the out at second. Navarro now 0 for 3, 5-4 on the fielder's choice. Washington is out at second. Advancing to third is Ford. And with 2 on and 2 out, here is Cody Puckett to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day is Puckett. Paula's first pitch. Takes a fastball for a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Puckett reached on that throwing error by Gomez in the second, grounded a short in the fourth. He's had 2 swings where he has not hit the ball all that hard at all off of DePaula. Ford leads from third, Navarro from first, the 0-1. Puckett a swing and a miss, waving through the breaking ball. That'll move the count to 1-2, and DePaula 1 strike away from a scoreless 6th inning, and 6 innings of 3-run ball today. That would be a quality start for the right-hander. Making his first start of the year, had not gone more than 2 innings at any point this season. The guy who's been predominantly a reliever throughout the course of his career. Giving the Road Warriors a terrific start thus far. The 0-2 pitch, and Puckett takes a fastball just low. Another close pitch, just misses the zone, and it's now 1-2. If Puckett reaches, Anthony Vega waits in the on-deck circle. Paula gets the sign, he comes set, and the 1-2. Check swing on a breaking ball downstairs, he did not go. Good eye by Puckett, and he works the count even. Paula now up to 113 pitches on the day. All three Road Warriors starters in this series throwing well over 110 pitches. And they know they won't have any postseason baseball to look forward to, so manager Ellie Rodriguez just emptying the tanks of his pitchers here in this series, his starters specifically. 2-2. On the ground, foul up the third base line. Puckett fights one off. We'll do it again at 2-2. And meanwhile, the Ducks in the day game after the night game got off to a good start in the first inning. 4 straight hits to begin the inning, 5 straight base runners. And have been kept relatively quiet since that point by the great work of Julio De Paula. Puckett steps back into the batter's box. Paula will once again look in for the sign. 2-2 delivery. And this foul back to the screen behind home plate. Puckett continues to battle, fights off another 2-strike foul ball. We'll have yet another pitch in this at bat. Ford reached on the leadoff single up the middle. Went to second on the 1-out walk to David Washington. Cabrera, the first out of the inning with a pop out to short in between the single and walk, and then Navarro grounding into the 5-4 fielder's choice. And the hole on the left side of the infield, Gomez made the play. 2-2 here. And Puckett takes the slider low and outside. That'll run the count full at 3-2. So that'll give Navarro the head start from first base. Puckett steps back up to the plate. Looking in for the sign. Runner goes from first to 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Julio De Paula blows the fastball by Cody Puckett, his 7th strikeout of the day. And the Ducks come up empty once again here in the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit. The Ducks leave 2 more on base. And we head to the 7th. Road Warriors still in front, 7-3.
Hey fan, this is Ramon Cabrera, and you listen to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
This season, build new memories.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
This season, witness the action.
He reaches up, it's gone!
This season, celebrate an all-star summer.
The Ducks have won it 7-1.
Gather your friends and family for an entertainment experience like no other. The Ducks 2018 schedule is full of new promotions, and with free parking and tickets starting at just $12, there's no better value on Long Island. Get tickets to an all-star summer at liducks.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Fans, a reminder that fresh local coffee is now brewing at the first and third base concession stands here at Bethpage Ballpark. Homebrewed iced coffee is available at the Duck Island Kitchen. Grab yourself a hot or iced Ducks blend today or on your next visit to Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks hoping that the next game they will have here at Bethpage Ballpark will be A week from Tuesday night, which would be Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series against the Somerset Patriots, if the Ducks are able to clinch a postseason berth, whether if it's as the second half Liberty Division champions or as a wild card team into the playoffs. The Ducks certainly still have work to do. Their magic number is at 4, but right now trailing 7-3 to the Road Warriors here today. And Hector Silvestre's day is done. A day that started off absolutely terrific as he retired 2 of the 3 he faced in the second after taking over from Marshall. The only batter that reached was on an error. And then he retired the next 10 in a row from the third through the first batter of the 6th inning. But then lost his control, and it ended up costing him in the 6th inning. Carlos Pimentel takes over, and his first pitch to Jorge Fernandez, a fastball strike on the outside corner. Silvestre walked the 8-hitter Robert De La Hoz, who is 3 for 18 this year on 4 pitches, with 1 out in the inning. There's the 0-1 to Fernandez. Swing and a miss, out in front of the breaking ball for strike 2. Got a fly out from Matt Hibbert, but with 2 outs, fell behind Ossie Martinez 3-0. Got it to 3-2 before walking him. And the Road Warriors made Silvestre pay for the 2 walks. An RBI single from Melvin Rodriguez, a 2-run double from Edwin Gomez. And the Road Warriors stretched their lead to 7-3, and that's where we stand right now in the 7th. 0-2, and Fernandez takes down to the dirt for ball 1. So the final line on Silvestre will look like this. 4 2/3 innings for the lefty. Gave up just 2 hits, but 3 runs, all of them earned. Walked 2 batters, both in that 6th inning. Both came around to score. Struck out 2 as well. He threw 62 pitches, 41 of them for strikes. Ground ball foul here to the first base side. And overall, I'm sure Kevin Bay is happy with the length that Silvestre gave after Marshall struggled out of the gate. Was only able to go an inning and a third. But ultimately, you got to finish the job, and Silvestre could not do that in the 6th, and it makes life that much more difficult for the Ducks offense that has struggled mightily against Julio De Paula since the first inning today. A 1-run deficit looks a lot easier to come back from than a 4-run deficit. 1-2 is swung on and fouled off again. Just getting a piece of it was Fernandez. Keep the count at 1-2, and that by no means is that saying the Ducks cannot come back from 4 runs down. They've done that twice this year to win games. But obviously a more difficult challenge than coming back from 1 run down. Here's the 1-2. Pimentel deals. Fernandez, a ground ball past the mound towards second. Ruby Silva to his right is there, and his throw to first in time. So Fernandez is retired. He is now 0 for 3 with a walk today. And that is the first out here in the 7th inning. By the way, never got the answer to you for our trivia question, so let's take care of that now. We test your new knowledge of the Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Today's question about Julio De Paula, the starter for the Warriors today, made his Major League debut May 16th of 2007 with the Twins against the Cleveland Indians in Cleveland, Ohio. First pitch here is up and inside for ball 1 to Valentine. Pitched the 8th inning of that game in a loss. We wanted to know which teammate of his started in left field that day. And, of course, the answer is Lou Ford. But the starting left fielder that day for the Twins, he was 0 for 3 at the plate. De Paula pitched in the 8th inning, tossed a scoreless inning, allowed 1 hit, and struck out 1. Breaking ball is taken for a strike, and the count even at 1-1. And, of course, his first strikeout in the big leagues was none other than former Long Island Duck Josh Barfield, who was part of Long Island's 2013 Atlantic League Championship roster. Struck out leading off that 8th inning. Brady Sizemore grounded out, Casey Blake singled, and then Travis Taffner grounded out for the scoreless inning for De Paula. Swing and a miss here by Valentine. That'll run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carlos Pimentel on the mound for the Ducks here in the 7th, trying to keep this a 4-run ball game. Pimentel has been pitching very well for the Ducks of late. We'll go through some of the numbers for you here in a moment on Pimentel. Valentine 0 for 3 today. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and skied in the air down the right field line. Washington and Silva giving chase, as is Williams. This will end up out of play. 3 rows back into the stands. Karam's back down onto the field. And So we'll do it once again with a count of 1-2. Pimentel this year has appeared in a total of 37 games for the Ducks, 4-3 record with a 3.27 ERA, 40 hits in 52 1/3 innings, 22 walks to 63 strikeouts for the righty. And another 1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off again. Just getting a little piece of it was Valentin to stay alive. Pimentel has allowed a total of 23 runs, 19 earned this year. And he last pitched for Long Island on Thursday night in the 5-4 walk-off win over the New Britain Bees. Came into the game to pitch the 10th inning. 1-2. On the ground, weakly foul along the third baseline. Pimentel retired Jonathan Galvez on a flyout before allowing a single to Vicente Condi, who had 3 hits and a walk in that game, and a double to Ryan Wagner that put runners at second and third for the Bees with 1 out. And so the go-ahead runs in scoring position. He was able to strike out James Skelton and get a ground out from Darren Ford to get out of trouble. And a big job by Pimentel in that game to keep it tied. The game the Ducks eventually won on Steve Longo's walk-off hit. Fastball here just missed the outside corner from Pimentel. And that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander looks in for the sign and now comes set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That time got him to chase. Cabrera applies the tag, so a strikeout, the put out, 2 unassisted, 2 away here in this 7th inning. That is the 4th strikeout for Ducks pitching today. Quick look ahead, the Ducks will be heading to Sugar Land. Tuesday's game, the series opener, which will be 7:05 Central Time start, 8:05 if you're joining back here on Long Island. Lorenzo Barcelo, the righty, will get the start for the Ducks. Lucas Irvin, the righty, will start for the Skeeters. Game 2 on Wednesday will be Matt Larkins for the Ducks and Dallas Beeler for Sugar Land. First pitch here to Anthony Ray. Now swung and slashed to the shortstop side past the diving try of Longo into the left field for a base hit. Good effort by Longo, but ultimately just out of his reach. So Anthony Ray with his first hit of the day, the 8th hit for the Road Warriors, as they are now 1 for 3 with a walk. A 2-out single issued by Pimentel. Now to bring up the catcher and 8-hitter Robert De La Hoz. Well, De La Hoz had the instrumental plate appearance in the 6th inning. Road Warriors had seen a total of 11 consecutive batters retired by Hector Silvestre, 12 of their 13 that faced Silvestre to that point. And De La Hoz did not chase out of the zone, took 4 straight out of the strike zone from the lefty, his former teammate, to work his way aboard with 1 out in the 6th. Here a half swing he went around for strike 1. And that's what started things to the revolution for the Road Warriors in the 6th. Silvestre did get a second out, but a walk, an RBI single, and a 2-run double later. And the Road Warriors had a 4-run lead to work with. The 0-1 from Carlos Pimentel. This one on the ground to the left side. 2 hops for Cody Puckett. He'll field and throw across the diamond in time for the out. And that will put an end to the 7th inning. Another scoreless inning from Carlos Pimentel, who allows a single but nothing further. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left for the Road Warriors. Time to stretch here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks trailing 7-3. We'll turn things over now down in the area behind home plate on the concourse. Katie Garrity with today's rendition of God Bless America.
And Katie will now lead us in the singing of God Bless America.
God bless America.
nice job by Katie Garrity once again with today's rendition of God Bless America. To the bottom of the 7th we go, the Ducks trailing 7-3.
Hey fans, this is Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. A scoreless top half of the 7th inning from Ducks right-hander Carlos Pimentel. The Ducks trailing 7-3 here in the homestand finale. The Ducks have won 4 of the first 5 on the homestand. No matter what, they'll have a winning homestand, but 5-1 looks a lot different than 4-2. The Ducks will no longer see Julio DePaula today, who got off to a terrible start in the first inning, losing a 3-0 lead, but was able to pitch out of it, keeping the score tied. And after the Road Warriors gave him the lead back in the second inning, DePaula went into his best mode that we have seen him pitch this year, and he was able to not give up a hit at all from the second inning through the 5th inning, just 2 base runners in that span on an error and a walk. And then even in the 6th, when he allowed a single and a walk, he was able to get Navarro on the fielder's choice groundout and strike out Cody Puckett. And so the Ducks trail 7-3. Meanwhile, the Road Warriors got 3 runs in the 6th inning after they were stifled by Hector Silvestre from the 2nd inning through the 5th after they had taken the lead. And they were able to get to Silvestre, who walked 2 in that inning, including Martinez with 2 out. And DePaula now in line for his first win of the year. We'll give you his final line in a moment. Mariel Checo, the former Duck, is in a pitch. Anthony Vega to lead off. He takes a breaking ball down and in for ball 1. So again, as of right now, the winning pitcher of record is DePaula. The losing pitcher of record is Brett Marshall. 1-0, fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Vega today is 0 for 2, a pop out to short and a strikeout swinging. Right-hander winds and fires, and the 1-1 is swung and hit high in the air, foul down the right field line. This will drift out of play into the seats, and that'll move the count to 1-2. 6 innings today for Julio DePaula. He had not pitched more than 2 innings at all this year. 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, so a quality start for the righty in his first start of the season. The 1-2 here is fouled back to the screen. 3 walks issued by DePaula. 7 strikeouts on the day, obviously a season high for him. He threw 1 wild pitch. That did bring home a run. 117 pitches on the day for the righty, 69 of them for strikes. Yeoman's work from the right-hander. On the 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Vega goes down on strikes once again. So Vega with the Ducks' 8th strikeout of the day. And there is the first out here in the 7th inning. Ducks offense just doesn't look quite the same here today. They did early on, but since that point, something seems to have changed with this Ducks offense, and they just have not been able to get much going against the Road Warriors pitching staff today. 1 out, and that'll bring up the shortstop Steve Longo, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch, and that's outside for ball 1. Meanwhile, Mariel Checo on the mound. Right-hander making his 13th appearance of the year. He's got 1 start mixed in there. 0-2 with a 5.66 ERA. Fastball here, catches the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. 17 hits in 20 2/3 innings, 13 runs, all of them earned. He has walked 15 and struck out 24. 1-1. Longo a swing and a miss for strike 2. Checo just rearing back, throwing strikes. Well, that's the key, throwing strikes. When pitchers haven't thrown strikes, they've gotten into trouble. Marshall did in the first. Silvestre did in the sixth. That's certainly doing the damage to the Ducks today. 2-2 now on Longo, the righty hitting shortstop, playing for the third straight game here in this series, fourth straight game overall, with Lyons out due to the neck injury. 2-2. Fastball runs inside. And that'll run the count full to 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Longo swings, fouls it off. This goes down the first base side out of play. On Fan Appreciation Day, certainly have to show our appreciation for the fans that continue to stick it out despite that rain that has constantly been falling all game long. It's gone from light to a little bit more moderate, back to light again. Grounds crew doing a great job to keep the field in playing shape despite all the rain. 3-2, way outside ball 4. So a one-out walk to Steve Longo. Second time he has walked here today. The Ducks get a base runner here as they draw their fourth walk of the day. That's brought to you by City MD Urgent Care, 29 City MD locations on Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in.
Ruby Silva, number 23.
So with one away, that is going to bring Ruby Silva to the plate, as he will bat from the left side. Checo will work out of the stretch. Silva asks for time. Silva is 1 for 3 on the day. Again, the Ducks with just one hit since the first inning in today's game. First pitch from Checo. Silva a swing and a miss as he goes after the offering down and in. Nothing and 1 the count. Silva doubled to right back in the first inning. Scored on Miles Williams' RBI single one batter later, but has struck out twice since. Swinging in the second, looking in the fifth. Longo leads off first. And Checo's 0-1. Swinging a foul ball. Silva way out in front. And grounds it foul back behind the plate. That'll move the count 2-0 and 2. Longo has not stolen or attempted a steal yet this year with Long Island. And the 0-2 from Checo is taken low. Silva watches the slider sail down below his knees for ball number 1. Crowd today of 4,316 here at Bethpage Ballpark for the regular season home finale. Ducks will play 6 games on the road, and then either we'll have playoff games here at Bethpage Ballpark, or it'll be see you in 2019. Depends on what the Ducks do on the road and what happens around them as well. 1-2. Line drive, right center field here. Chasing back is Matt Hibbert. He gets to the spot and makes the catch. Silva didn't get enough of it to drive it over the head of Hibbert. So that is the second out of this 7th inning. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Miles Williams.
Ducks right fielder, number 5, Miles Williams, number 5.
Ducks have not been able to string together back-to-back batters getting on base safely since that first inning when the first 5 reached on a double, a single, a double, and a walk. And since that point, it seems like the double play hit into by Navarro just shut off the Ducks offense, where they have not been able to string together hits and base runners. It really is very much like a flip of a switch. Here's Miles Williams, and he hits the first pitch in the air to center. Drifting back a couple steps, Matt Hibbert to line it up. He'll make the catch. And Mariel Checo with a scoreless inning in the 7th. Ducks go quietly once again. No runs, no hits. A walk and a runner left. We will head to the 8th here at Bethpage Ballpark. Long Island trailing the Road Warriors 7-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Asher Tolliver, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLINY.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Taylor Grover will come on and pitch for the Ducks as we go to the 8th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. Long Island trailing the Road Warriors 7-3. Just 2 more opportunities for the Ducks at the plate against this Road Warriors pitching staff that has shut down this Ducks lineup almost completely since the first inning of this game. Give the Road Warriors pitching staff credit on a day where they would need to go bullpen by committee. Julio DePaula did a terrific job on the mound after the initial early struggles, gave the Road Warriors 6 innings, and Mario Checo able to work around a walk to pitch a scoreless inning in the 7th. So we'll have some more maintenance done on the field by the Ducks grounds crew. The home plate umpire Chris Engstrom asks for more product to be laid down at home plate. Brett Franklin will lay some more down here. So we'll have another brief delay before we get things going in this 8th inning. Taylor Grover will come on and pitch for the Ducks. He takes over for Carlos Pimentel, who tossed a scoreless inning in the 7th, allowing just 1 hit, striking out 1. And the right-hander continuing his terrific work of late out of the bullpen. Meanwhile, Grover will be making his 3rd appearance of this homestand. He last pitched on Thursday night, tossing a scoreless inning in relief. Allowed just a double to Davidson Romero, nothing further, struck out 2. He pitched the day before that as well and tossed a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. So newcomer Taylor Grover, who was acquired in a trade along with Ruby Silva from the Chicago Dogs for 2 players to be named later. Pitch in the 8th, Matt Hibbert will lead off, the center fielder for the Road Warriors, and the 9-hitter takes the fastball upstairs for ball 1. Hibbert today 1 for 3 with an infield single and a run scored. He has popped out to right in each of his last 2 at-bats, once in fair territory, once foul. 1-0. A skied in the air, foul back behind the plate. Now leaving up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Grover working out of the stretch, gets the sign from his catcher, Ramon Cabrera. A 1-1. High fastball. Hibbert would not offer at it, and the count goes to 2-1. So Grover thus far with the Ducks, 2 scoreless innings, 1 hit, no walks, 4 strikeouts. He was the closer for the Chicago Dogs, a part of the 2018 season. 2-1 pitch is lifted high in the air to shallow left center. The shortstop Longo goes out onto the outfield grass. Now comes back towards the dirt. And he'll make the catch for the first out here in the 8th inning. So Hibbert now 1 for 4 on the day.
Shortstop number 2, Osvaldo Martinez, number 2.
And we'll go back to the top of the order here for the Road Warriors for shortstop Ossie Martinez. Known as Osvaldo officially, but prefers to be known as Ossie. First pitch here, and Martinez takes a fastball a little bit upstairs for ball 1. On the out-of-town scoreboard, we'll get you some updates once again here as we play in the 8th. Again, earlier today, the Patriots and the Revolution had their game postponed. Finale of that 3-game series, which actually was 4 because of the continuation of a suspended game that began the series. Somerset won that, and then the Revolution won the next 2. That game will now be made up Friday in New York. And that series now a 4-game set between the Revs and the Patriots to close out the year. 1-1. Taken for a strike at the knees, and it's now 1-2. Blue Crabs and the Barnstormers remain in a rain delay. I don't believe that game ever started. No, it did not. So they remain in a rain delay. Meanwhile, up in New Britain, Connecticut, a quick one, 2-hour, 24-minute game between the Skeeters and the Bees. Sugar Land a 4-0 win. Fastball here is on the outside corner, strike 3. Martinez goes down looking for the second out of this 8th inning, and that is what Silvestre needed to do back in the 6th inning, where the runner at first, 2 down. In a 1-run game, needed to get Martinez out to send the game to the bottom of the 6th. Instead, fell behind 3-0, walked Martinez, and 2-out walks are often a death sentence, and it certainly was for Silvestre, who followed that up by giving up a first-pitch RBI single to Melvin Rodriguez. That was followed by a 2-run double to right center by Edwin Gomez, just out of the reach of a diving Anthony Vega. And 3 runs later, the Ducks trailed 7-3, and that's where they stand right now. First pitch coming here to Rodriguez, who's 3 for 4 on the afternoon, and he takes inside for ball 1. And obviously, Kevin Baez still had to be feeling good with Rodriguez at the plate, a lefty, and a lefty on the mound in Hector Silvestre, who has done well against lefties this year. Rodriguez, meanwhile, hitting just .208 against lefties coming in. But Silvestre let the first pitch out over the plate, and Rodriguez did what professional hitters do, sent it to the outfield for an RBI single. And then, of course, Gomez followed with a 2-run double, and certainly a 1-run game feels a lot different than a 4-run ball game, especially when you're on the losing side. 1-1. Rodriguez will swing and a miss. He goes after the breaking ball diving down in the zone. That'll move the count to 1-2. 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored for Melvin Rodriguez here today. Certainly has been a very big part of what the Road Warriors, have done here today. Fastball misses upstairs to even the count. In that Skeeters-Bees game, winner was James Russell, 7 shutout innings. He allowed just 1 hit and struck out 10, improves to 8-4. Kyle Simon, the loser, drops to 8-9. Juan Silverio, his 7th home run of the season, drove in 3 runs for the Skeeters in the victory. 2-2 on the ground up the middle of the infield. Longo fields behind second, spins, throws to first. Got him. Oh, what a play by Steve Longo, the shortstop for the Ducks. Ranges up the middle and just beats Rodriguez with a throw to first for the final out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Grover. Now 3 scoreless appearances for the righty since joining the Ducks. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 7-3 ball game.
Hey fans, this is Colton Murray, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100. Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? Long Island's hometown team invites you to check out the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck hasn't been reserved, the Beer Garden features a variety of the best brews, including popular fan favorites as well as local craft beer selections. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks-branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and enjoy the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Time running out for the Ducks here today. They trail 7-3 to the Road Warriors. A game that at one point saw the Road Warriors lead 3-0. Ducks came back to tie it, and then a 4-3 lead for the visitors. The Long Island's offense has not been able to do much since that point. Hector Silvestre looked great for the Ducks until he lost control in the 6th, walked 2. And that set the stage for a 2-out rally with the RBI single from Melvin Rodriguez and the 2-run double from Edwin Gomez extending the lead. And Long Island's deficit is still 4. Road Warriors bring in their second reliever of the game. It is righty Jose Ortega, who takes over in the 8th for Mario Checo after Checo came in the 7th and pitched a scoreless inning, no hits or runs. Did walk a batter and struck out 1 in the inning as well. So Ortega will take over on the hill, and for the Ducks, it'll be the heart of their order. Ford, Cabrera, and Washington due up to the plate. The Ducks need to get the offense going again. Long Island has not had much going here in this game. Since the first inning, they have managed just 1 hit and 3 walks. None of those walks coming in the same inning, and only one of the walk-hit combos coming in the same inning. That was the 6th. And they had a leadoff single by Ford, a walk with 1 out to Washington, but nothing further. First pitch taken for a strike by Ford. And that'll run the count to 0-1 on Ford, who was 2 for 3 at the plate today, the only Duck with multiple hits. Doubled and scored in the first, singled in the 6th. Ortega's 0-1, and Ford is swinging a foul ball off the chest protector of catcher Robert De La Hoz. It's quickly 0-2. Ortega's first time pitching in the series. He is 0-2 with a 4.63 ERA in 44 appearances. Has a couple of saves on the year. 46 strikeouts at 46 2/3 innings. He has walked 26 batters and has conceded 53 hits. Opponent's hitting .285 against Ortega this year. The 0-2 from the righty. Gets the sign, kicks, fires. Ford takes a fastball just off the outside corner. Close pitch, but it missed, and it's 1-2. Infield plays straight away for Ford. 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball driven high in the air to right center field. Hit fairly well, but playable for Fernandez. He drifts back to make the catch. And Ford retired for the first out here in the 8th inning. Well, certainly you have to give credit where credit is due. The Road Warriors, who have been playing a lot of teams tough of late, their record doesn't show it, but they've had a lot of games where they've been right in the thick of things until late, or coming up just shy with some of their rallies, making a couple of key defensive mistakes that have hurt them. But today they needed a terrific performance from their starter, DePaula, or at least well enough to keep him in the game, and they certainly got that and then some. 6 innings of work from the right-hander today. First pitch here, and Ramon Cabrera takes a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. As I've said before, it seems like it's been a switch of the light switch for the Ducks offense today, from the first 5 batters of the game all reaching to Deanna Navarro hitting into that 5-3 double play for the first 2 outs of the first. Seemed to flick that light switch off. The Ducks just haven't been able to muster much of anything since that point. Fastball runs outside here to even the count at 1-1 on Cabrera, who had an RBI double the other way in a 10-pitch at bat back in the first, scoring Lou Ford. Since then, though, has popped out to short twice, once on the 3rd pitch, once on the 1st pitch. The count 1-1 here as he faces Ortega. Right-hander comes set, kicks and delivers. Cabrera swinging a pop-up off the end of the bat, foul to the third base side. Edwin Gomez near the stands will run out of room as this lands back in the 3rd row of seats. So that'll move the count to 1-2 strikes on the Ducks switch hitting catcher. Long Island will enjoy an off day tomorrow, and then they will head on the road down to Sugar Land, Texas for 6 games to close the year. Sugar Land, with their victory today, now improves to 5 games ahead of the York Revolution, who were idle today. And so with 6 games remaining for each of those 2 teams, Sugar Land has a 5-game lead in the division. The 1-2 is just outside for ball 2. Road Warriors wanted that pitch for a strike. So Sugar Land has essentially all but wrapped up that division in the Freedom Division side of things. And so you can sit there and say, well, Sugar Land has nothing to play for. They should just let the Ducks go and win games. Well, if you look at their starting pitchers slated for that series, that's certainly not the case. With Irvin, Beeler, and Wade, all of whom have ERAs under 3.2, slated to pitch the first 3 games. Here, Cabrera lines one past the eye of the shortstop, Jose Martinez. 2nd hit of the day for Ramon Cabrera. The 6th hit for Long Island today, and just their 2nd, since the first inning. So Cabrera goes the other way for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out. That'll bring David Washington up to the plate. So here is David Washington, who has drawn 2 walks among his 3 plate appearances today. First pitch from Ortega. And Washington, it's a high fly ball deep down the left field line, but foul. Running the count to 0-1. Washington still looking for his first hit in the series. He was 0 for 4 coming in. He's now 0 for 5, but he has drawn 6 walks in this series, 2 in each game. So he's finding his way on base. But obviously the Ducks want the home run power from Washington, or at least hits, to get aboard and move the offense. Here is the 0-1. And he takes a fastball off the outside corner this time from the righty Ortega, evening the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And Washington, of course, also was at second base representing the go-ahead run in the first. Score tied at 3 when he ranged way too far off the bag before DePaula even threw a pitch and got picked off with Cody Puckett at the plate. Obviously a base hit there would have given the Ducks the lead. Instead it kept the game tied. Long Island has never led today. 1-1. High fly ball to center. That's hit well. Hibbert ranging back towards the warning track in straightaway center. He'll make the catch. One of the hardest hit balls today by the Ducks, and Washington put a charge into it, hit it to the wrong part of the ballpark, straightaway center field. And Matt Hibbert tracks it down. The wind certainly is of no help today. The temperatures are cool, so that is of no help. That ball, which normally looked like would smack off the batter's eye, seemed to just die in straightaway center. So that's the second out of the inning. Now with 2 down, that is going to leave it up to the Ducks designated hitter, Deanna Navarro. So here is Navarro to the plate. He bats from the right side, 0 for 3 in this game. After a perfect day at the plate yesterday in which he had 2 hits, 4 RBIs, 3 runs, and 2 walks. He has grounded into a double play, popped out to center, and grounded into a fielder's choice in his 3 at-bats today. First pitch. The fastball is taken low, 4-1. And again, he hit into that 5-3 double play on a 2-1 pitch in the first inning after DePaula had walked Washington, the previous hitter, put 2 on with nobody out after the Ducks had already tied the game. That seemed to give DePaula life. The 1-0 is a fastball outside. Ortega just missed. It's 2-0. And again, you don't want to really just point to one thing that seemed to change the course of this game, but that is certainly what it is. That double play and then the pickoff certainly seemed to allow DePaula to take a huge deep breath, get out of trouble in that first inning. And from that point on, DePaula cruised. And the Road Warriors bullpen has given up just 2 base runners over the last 2 innings. A walk in the 7th, a single in the 8th, both with 1 out. And neither's been able to advance. Here Navarro takes a fastball. That's on the outside corner for strike 1. The Ducks have really never threatened or pushed since that first inning. Twice they did have first and second with 1 out. The next 2 hitters were retired, preventing any further damage. And those have been the only threats in the game for the Ducks offense since that first inning. The 2-1. Navarro a shot towards second, but fielded on a hop by Melvin Rodriguez. He'll throw to first for the out. Side retired once again for Long Island here in the bottom of the 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit in the inning. The Ducks leave their 6th man on base here today. We'll head to the 9th. Long Island trailing by 4 against the Road Warriors.
Hey fans, this is catcher Wagner Gomez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, we head to the top of the ninth inning. In a game, the Ducks trail 7-3 against the Road Warriors. Long Island in danger of having a 3-game winning streak snapped, in danger of having an 8-game winning streak against the Road Warriors snapped, and seeing their lead in the division go down to 2 games. They came into today leading by 2.5 games over the Patriots. Could have been up to 3.5 by the end of this day if the Ducks had won and the Patriots had lost. But, of course, Somerset had their game postponed due to inclement weather. And the Road Warriors, the Patriots had their game postponed due to inclement weather, and the Ducks trailing right now 7-3. So if that holds, Ducks lead in the division will go down to 2 games with 6 remaining for both Long Island and Somerset in the regular season. Again, the Ducks are still in the position they want to be in, being that they lead the division. But Long Island also would then see their half-game lead over the Revolution in the overall standings go down to an even overall record, meaning that York would have the tiebreaker if that second wild card came into play in terms of overall record. But ultimately, the Ducks trailing 7-3 here today. Either way, they would still have work to do in Sugarland. But obviously, a little bit of a better position being up 3 games than being up 2. Asher Tolliver is in a pitch, by the way, for Long Island. Misses upstairs here, and the count goes to 1-1. Taylor Grover, a scoreless inning in the 8th. Grover retired the side in order on a pop out to short, a strikeout, looking in a ground out to short. Here comes a 1-1. On the ground to third base, gobbled up there by Cody Puckett. Sets and throws across the diamond. Good job by Washington to adjust his feet and keep his foot on the bag. So Gomez retired as one third baseman grounds out to another. And there's one away here in the 9th. Gomez 2 for 5 now in the game, but he had 2 big hits, an RBI single back in the first, later scored, and then that 2-run double in the 6th. That put the game to a 4-run lead for the Road Warriors. And that's certainly not out of reach, but obviously a 2-run game or a 1-run game a lot different than a 4-run game. Ducks, meanwhile, in the bottom half of this 9th inning, will have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. Puckett, Vega, and Longo. They do have Art and Fields on the bench, along with Garcia and Gomez. Rocketed into center here by Julio Ruiz. Back goes Anthony Vega to make the running catch. Julio Ruiz now 0 for 4 with a walk today. So Tolliver's retired the first 2 here in the 9th, and with 2 away, that'll leave it up to Jorge Fernandez.
Right fielder number 24.
The numbers this year on Tolliver for the Long Island Ducks. Left-handed pitcher has a record of 2-2 overall this year. He's got a 4.33 ERA in 45 games, 1 save. And picked up the win here on Thursday night in the walk-off win for the Ducks over New Britain. Line down the right field line here by Fernandez. Racing over towards the line is Miles Williams. He'll run out of room. So go into and out of the seats, out of play. 0-1. Tolliver pitched a 1-2-3 top half of the 11th inning, inducing 3 flyouts before the Ducks rallied in the bottom half of the inning, winning it on Steve Longo's RBI single to right. Excuse me, up the middle to center. It was just out of the reach of a diving second baseman, James Skelton. Fernandez 0 for 3 with a walk here today. The 0-1 from Tolliver. On the outside corner, a fastball strike. And that'll run the count to 0-2. from just a pure baseball perspective, whatever the lead is for the Ducks in the division, whether it's 2 or 3, exciting that the Ducks playoff hopes will come down to the final week of the year for exciting baseball, meaningful games late in the year. 0-2 is downstairs for ball 1. You wouldn't want to be in the position of, say, a a Road Warriors or a Southern Maryland or possibly New Britain 2, who I believe today got eliminated from the division title contention by their loss to the Skeeters. If they weren't already eliminated, I'd have to double check the standings, but for all intents and purposes, their hopes at a playoff spot are just about dashed. And so you go into the final week of the year with nothing to play for. It makes life a lot tougher, but the Ducks will certainly have plenty to play for over the final 6 games of the year. Be a 1-2 from Tolliver. Outside, it missed for ball 2, and the Ducks certainly can make a statement too. They go down to Sugar Land and play 6 games against a very good Skeeters team. If you remember when the Ducks first went there, it was at the end of May. Long Island won the first game of that series on the travel day in. 2-2. It's a half swing. He went around for strike 3, so Fernandez goes around. A 1-2-3 inning for Asher Tolliver in the 9th. So the Ducks will certainly have a lot to play for when they go to Sugar Land, but there's certainly still something to play for here today. They want to win. You go to the bottom of the 9th, the Ducks will need a big rally to get it as they trail 7-3.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Well, we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Long Island needs a big rally. They trail 7-3 against the Road Warriors. They have twice this year come from behind from 4 runs down, once against New Britain, once against York, both here at this ballpark to win ball games, and they'll need to do so here today. Andrew Johnston, the right-hander, has taken over on the hill for the Road Warriors. He will go try and pick up the final 3 outs of this game. It is not a save situation. He comes in with a total of 12 saves on the year. This is not one of those, though, as his team leads by 4. And for the Ducks, it'll be the bottom 3 in the order due up to the plate. Cody Puckett, Anthony Vega, and Steve Longo due up. Again, a Ducks win would see their lead in the division go up to 3 games over the Patriots. Their lead in the overall record, in case a second wild card spot comes into play, go up to 1 game over the Revolution. A loss would drop them back even with the Revs in the wild card and back to 2 games over Somerset. Patriots and Revs are idle today. They'll play each other 4 times to close out the year. First pitch fastball is taken low, and the count goes to 1 ball and no strikes on Cody Puckett, who is 0 for 3 today. Reached on an error in the 2nd, grounded to short in the 4th, struck out swinging in the 6th. The 1-0 from Johnston. That taken for a strike. Fastball over the inside corner at the knees. 1-1. Crowd of 4,316 here today on Fan Appreciation Day, braving the elements. Been a rainy afternoon all day. Outside it missed. And the count goes to 2-1. The grounds crew has done a terrific job here keeping the field in playing shape despite the steady rainfall falling all day long. Johnston gets the sign. Here's the 2-1. Puckett takes upstairs. And that'll move the count to 3 balls and a strike. Again, the key for the Ducks here is just get base runners. You can't swing at one pitch and win the game until you get the bases loaded, or at least tie the game, I should say, until you get the bases loaded. So the Ducks have work to do just to get guys on. The 3-1 is low and outside, ball 4, and that's a good start. Cody Puckett draws a leadoff walk against Johnston, and that is how we begin this bottom half of the 9th inning. For the Road Warriors, that is their 5th walk given up as a pitching staff today. Brought to you by City MD Urgent Care with 29 City MD locations on Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. First pitch on the way, Vega takes low, and the count goes to 1-0. Vega today is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Vega popped out to shortstop in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 4th and swinging again in the 7th. From the stretch, Johnston deals. Vega takes an off-speed pitch upstairs, and that moves the count to 2-1. Johnston this year 3-3, a 4.70 ERA in his 40 appearances. Started off the season really well, was an all-star selection, but has struggled in the second half. 2-1 pitch. Vega swings. It's a high fly ball in the air to right. Got under it a bit. Drifting back is the right fielder Jorge Fernandez. He'll make the catch. And Vega, despite getting ahead in the count, pops out. He is now 0 for 4. One away here in the 9th inning. A little bit surprised, too. Obviously, you don't want to give up outs, but with Vega's speed, I thought we might see him try and lay a bunt down, especially going 0 for 3 in his first 3 at-bats. Try and use that speed to get on base. The Ducks in need of base runners here. And we've already seen the third baseman, Edwin Gomez, throw one wildly over to first earlier today. Now Longo. And he takes up and inside for ball 1. Longo today is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third, sandwiched in between a pair of walks. The first came in the 2nd against DePaula. The 2nd came in the 7th against Mariel Checo. Here's the 1-0. Fastball taken over the inside corner for a strike to even up the count. So Johnston is the 3rd reliever of the day for the Road Warriors after Checo and Ortega each tossed a scoreless inning in the 7th and 8th respectively. 1-1. Half swing. Longo went around according to home plate umpire Chris Engstrom. So that will move the count to 1-2 on Longo. Ruby Silva waiting on deck for the Long Island Ducks. Johnston gets the sign and comes set. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And Longo a swing and a miss, strike 3 as he waved at the breaking ball downstairs. And the Ducks down to their final out here in the regular season home finale. We'll have the post-game show after the final out of this game where we'll recap and hand out the player of the game honors. By the way, prior to the game today, the Ducks gave out a couple of awards for the 2018 season. Jordani Valdespin, the DeMonte Smelson Jewelers Team MVP Award, as voted upon by the fans here in the month of September. No surprise to see Valdespin win that honor with the season he has had. He is certainly in the mix for the Atlantic League Player of the Year honors. First pitch here from Johnston to Silva, and taken low and away, goes off the glove of Robert De La Hoz and kicks off to the third base side. That'll be a pass ball against De La Hoz. And so to second base goes Cody Puckett. So Jordani Valdespin getting that honor, winning at watch, courtesy of Del Monte Smelson Jewelers. And Lou Ford, for the 2nd year in a row, was named the P.C. Richard & Son Whistle Player of the Year. He scored the most times in games where he was the designated P.C. Richard & Son Whistle Player of the game. And so Ford winning a $500 gift certificate from P.C. Richard & Son for that honor. So Cody Puckett, the runner at second with 2 outs after his leadoff walk here in the 9th. A fly out and a strikeout and a pass ball have followed. Here the 1-0 is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. 2-0 on Ruby Silva, who is 1 for 4 today. He doubled to right way back in the first inning. Since then has struck out twice and popped to center. Johnston gets the sign and comes set. It'll be a 2-0 delivery. Kicks and deals. Silva swings and fouls it straight back to the screen. As we were saying before, the Ducks will head to Sugar Land, Texas on Tuesday to open up a 6-game series against the Skeeters. Long Island's only other trip there this year was May 29th through the 31st. They won the series opener 1-0. Traveling in that day, Matt Larkins with a terrific performance. He outdueled Dallas Beeler, one of the best pitchers in the first half of the season and one of the best in the league this year. Be a 2-1. Johnston fires. Silva swings a line drive. That's in a right field for a base hit. Cody Puckett going to third. He'll get the stop sign from Kevin Baez. No sense risking an out at the plate there with a guy who doesn't run well. So now the Ducks with 2 on and 2 out, and another base runner would bring the tying run to the plate. Second hit of the day for Ruby Silva.
Ducks right fielder, number 5, Miles
Puckett goes to
Williams,
third.
number 5.
Silva with 2 hits, joining Ramon Cabrera and Lou Ford. So with runners at the corners and 2 down, here's Miles Williams, who is 1 for 4 today with an RBI single and a run scored. First pitch from Johnston to Williams. And he'll take a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. And obviously, the Ducks would love to get Williams on here, whether it's driving in a run or whether it loads the bases with Lou Ford waiting on deck, who could tie the game with 1 swing of the bat. Now trailing by 4. The 0-1. And Williams a swing and a miss as he waves through the breaking ball. He has already struck out twice looking today. So Johnson gets the count to 0-2, and he is 1 strike away from giving the Road Warriors the victory here in the series finale. Johnston gets the sign from De La Hoz. The 0-2 pitch, and Williams a half swing at a breaking ball in the dirt. They appeal to first and say no swing. First base umpire Tim Rosso said that Williams was able to hold up. So the one thing here with the game in the balance that Williams has to do is be able to lay off those pitches if Johnston tries to get him to chase. So we'll have another 1-ball, 2-strike pitch now coming up from Andrew Johnston to Miles Williams. Puckett leads from third, Silva from first with 2 down. And now time is called. Fans who have stuck around with a Let's Go Ducks chant trying to will their team to another come-from-behind win. And the 1-2. Ground ball, weakly hit, third base side of the mound, gonna be a tough play. Johnston slides, throws to first, they got him. Oh, what a play by Andrew Johnston to retire Miles Williams for the final out of this ball game. This one over, and the Road Warriors stun the Ducks here in the homestand finale and the regular season home finale by the final count of 7-3. The Ducks put themselves behind the 8-ball early as Brett Marshall, who was terrific here on Tuesday night, was the opposite of that today. Did not have good control, walking 4 and allowing 3 runs in the first. The Ducks came back to tie it, but Marshall was unable to keep the Road Warriors off the scoreboard in the second, and ultimately Long Island's offense was stifled from that point on by Julio DePaula and the Road Warriors bullpen. No runs in the ninth for the Ducks, 1 hit, 1 walk. They leave 2 more on base, left 8 on today. Don't go anywhere, the postgame show is coming up next. We'll recap this game and hand out player of the game honors. Ducks fall 7-3.
Hey fans, this is Tyler Berdamo, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
This season, build new memories.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
This season, witness the action.
He reaches up, it's gone!
This season, celebrate an all-star summer.
The Ducks have won it 7-1.
Gather your friends and family for an entertainment experience like no other. The Ducks 2018 schedule is full of new promotions, and with free parking and tickets starting at just $12, there's no better value on Long Island. Get tickets to an all-star summer at liducks.com.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Well, we are back here at Bethpage Ballpark. A tough Sunday afternoon, a tough way to end their regular season home schedule. The Ducks falling today by the final count of 7-3 to the Road Warriors. Long Island had won 8 straight over the Road Warriors after dropping their first meeting of the second half with the Road Warriors. But Long Island sees their three-game winning streak come to an end. And the Road Warriors hurt the Ducks in their bid for a postseason berth. Long Island, who had a chance to go up 3 games in the division over Somerset with 6 to play, is now only up 2 games on Somerset with 6 to play. And the Ducks, at least during the course of the middle part of the week, will have the tougher task. They will face the Skeeters Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for 3 games in Sugar Land, Texas. Meanwhile, the Patriots will be hosting a struggling Southern Maryland Blue Crabs team for 2 on Wednesday and Thursday. The Revolution will host this Road Warriors team on Tuesday and Wednesday for 2 games. And then it'll be the Revolution and the Patriots who will face each other over the final 4 games of the season in the last 3 days of the year, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So somewhat that will help the Ducks, knowing that one of the 2 teams that the Ducks are in contention with in terms of determining a postseason berth will lose, either York or Somerset. But Long Island certainly needs to get their job done down in Sugar Land, and that is win games against a very tough Skeeters team who has all but wrapped up the second half Freedom Division title. We'll recap this game for you first here on the postgame show. Neither starter got off to a good start. In the top of the first inning, Brett Marshall, who was terrific here and did a great job against the New Britain Bees on Tuesday night. 6 innings of 1-run ball while striking out 7. Did not have anywhere near the same control today. He walked leadoff hitter Ossie Martinez, an ominous sign. Allowed back-to-back hits then to Melvin Rodriguez and Edwin Gomez. Gomez a single driving in a run to make it 1-0. Then threw a wild pitch to bring in Melvin Rodriguez. A walk to Jose Julio Ruiz followed. A walk to Fernandez loaded the bases. A run scored on a double play ground out by Geraldo Valentin. And then after a 4th walk in the inning to Anthony Ray, Robert De La Hoz popped out to end the inning. But ultimately, Brett Marshall threw well over 30 pitches, faced 8 batters, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits and 4 walks, a wild pitch as well. And the right-handers' control problems came back to the surface, and the Ducks fell behind 3-0. But the Ducks responded right away against righty Julio DePaula, making the spot start today for the Road Warriors. He had not started all year, had not been a starter since the 16-17 offseason when he was with a team down in Venezuela in the winter leagues. And he struggled out of the gate, allowed a double to Ruby Silva, an RBI single to Miles Williams. Lou Ford and Ramon Cabrera then picked up back-to-back doubles with a wild pitch sandwiched in between. And so 3 runs scoring at that point. The Ducks had themselves 3 runs in the first 4 batters of the inning, and Long Island had closed to even the score at 3. A walk to David Washington followed, and the Ducks had runners at first and second with nobody out in the inning, feeling good about an opportunity to take the lead for the first time. But Tiana Navarro grounded into a 5-3 double play to get the runner going to third out and the runner at first out. So ultimately, the Road Warriors saw the Ducks with just a runner at second and 2 out, and then David Washington with Cody Puckett at the plate, trying to drive Washington in for the go-ahead run. Washington got picked off, and that double play in the pickoff just seemed to flick the light switch off for the Ducks here today. Kept the game tied at 3. Road Warriors would take the lead back in the second inning. 3 straight hits, 2 of those infield hits to begin the second. Melvin Rodriguez's RBI single to right gave the Road Warriors the lead back at 4-3. Marshall would get a strikeout of Gomez before being lifted from the game. Kevin Baez brought in the lefty Hector Silvestre, and he was able to get a pop-out from Jose Julio Ruiz, and after an error, a pop-out from Geraldo Valentin to get him out of trouble. But at that point, Julio DePaula was able to settle down. An egregious error by Edwin Gomez started off the second inning, but Ducks were unable to get Cody Puckett from home from second after he got there with nobody out, and the Road Warriors took over at that point. Ultimately, Hector Silvestre did well, retiring the side in order in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings, but in the 6th ran out of gas. He walked Robert De La Hoz, the 8-hitter and catcher, who was 3 for 18 on 4 pitches, and then with 2 outs in the inning, fell behind the leadoff hitter in the lineup, Ossie Martinez, 3-0, eventually walking him. 2 out walks, never a good thing. Walks in general, never a good thing, and it ended up proving to be a problem for the Ducks, who then allowed an RBI single to Melvin Rodriguez, a 2-run double to Edwin Gomez. 3 runs come in that 6th inning, all with 2 outs against Silvestre, and that makes it a 7-3 ball game in favor of the Road Warriors. Long Island put runners at first and second with 1 out in the 6th against DePaula, who was still pitching at that point, well over 100 pitches, but the Ducks could not get closer than 7-3 in that 6th inning. They had a 1-out walk in the 7th, a 1-out single in the 8th, a leadoff walk and a 2-out single in the 9th, but could not crack the Road Warriors bullpen. And the Ducks dropped this one 7-3. Final totals from today for the Road Warriors: 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 7. For the Ducks, 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They left 8. Winning pitcher Julio DePaula improves to 1-4 on the year in the spot start. The loser Brett Marshall falls to 6-9 on the season. There was no save. Game took 3 hours and 7 minutes in front of a crowd of 4,316 here on Fan Appreciation Day at Bethpage Ballpark. I've got 2 player of the game honors to give out, both on the Road Warriors side. The first to second baseman Melvin Rodriguez, who was 3 for 5 at the plate with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. And he had the big RBI single in the 6th that gave the Road Warriors another run to extend their lead to 5-3. He also had the RBI single in the 2nd that broke the 3-3 tie. And, of course, to Julio DePaula, who had not pitched more than 2 innings this year. He goes 6 innings today in a spot start, 117 pitches, 69 for strikes. Bounced back tremendously after allowing 3 runs on 4 hits in the 1st inning. Conceded only 1 hit from that point on. That was in the 6th inning to Lou Ford. So he did an outstanding job here today. Did DePaula. So DePaula and Rodriguez are our players of the game today. Let's take one more break, the out-of-town scoreboard, then we'll wrap things up from Bethpage Ballpark.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom, featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, a tough one for the Long Island Ducks. They dropped the homestand finale, the regular season home finale, by the final count of 7-3 to the Road Warriors. Ducks finished their regular season home schedule at 41 wins and 32 losses. Still very good record overall for the Ducks. The first time that they had 40 wins here at home since 2016. But ultimately the Ducks wanted one more win to put them 3 games clear in the division with 6 to go. Unfortunately, the Ducks, with the loss, their lead down to 2 games in the division. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Patriots and Revolution were postponed. They will make that up as part of a doubleheader in York on Friday, so that will become a 4-game series between the Pats and the Revolution to finish off the regular season. Meanwhile, the Blue Crabs and Barnstormers, I believe, were supposed to have a doubleheader today. I just noticed that. Barnstormers haven't updated their social media accounts at all to really know, but I do see something on the Blue Crabs Twitter account that they had a doubleheader scheduled today, and that was postponed, so they'll make that up tomorrow now, with first pitch for game 1 at 11 o'clock. The only other game that did get to be played today because of the rain was the Skeeters and the Bees up in Connecticut. Sugar Land a 4-0 shutout, holding the Bees to just 2 hits. James Russell, the win, improved to 8-4. Kyle Simon, the loss, fell to 8-9, and Juan Silverio hit his 7th home run of the season. Mets defeat the Phillies 6-4 at Citi Field this afternoon in a start where Jacob deGrom was scratched. Drew Gagnon ended up getting the win in relief. He improved to 1-1. Vince Velasquez, the loser, fell to 9-11. Seth Lugo, his 2nd save of the year. Michael Conforto went deep with his 23rd home run of the year. Rhys Hoskins, his 30th. Carlos Santana, his 23rd for the Phillies in a losing effort. Yankees in Seattle to take on the Mariners. 2-1 Seattle leads after 2 innings of play. CC Sabathia on the mound for the Yankees. Erasmo Ramirez for the Mariners. Miguel Andujar with the only RBI of the game for the Yankees. Giants dropped the season opener as they fall to the Jaguars at MetLife Stadium 20-15. Blake Bortles with a touchdown pass and an interception in the win. Eli Manning 23 of 37 for 224 yards and an interception in the loss. And Saquon Barkley in his NFL debut, 18 rushes, 106 yards and a touchdown. Odell Beckham had 111 receiving yards, but in the losing effort. And the men's singles championship at the U.S. Open today, Novak Djokovic leading one Martin Del Potro 4-3 in the first set at Arthur Ashe Stadium. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. Ducks hit the road. They will open up the 6-game series on Tuesday down in Sugar Land, Texas. 6 games. Ducks right now 2 games ahead of the Patriots and owning the tiebreaker in the division with 6 games to go for both teams. Long Island even with York in overall record in case that second wild card spot comes to play. Crucial series for the Ducks. They need to find a way to win in a ballpark that has traditionally been a tough ballpark for any team to win this year. It'll be righty Lorenzo Barcelo tomorrow for the Ducks, 2-1 record, a 5.14 ERA, on Tuesday night. And righty Lucas Irvin for the Skeeters, the former Patriot pitcher, is 1-0 with a 1.74 ERA thus far for the Skeeters. Now the Ducks have work to do. They certainly want to clinch that postseason berth. They'll have to try and do it for a second straight year down in Sugar Land. And Long Island hoping that they can get some big victories over a team that looks like they will win both the first and second half titles in the Freedom Division standings. That'll do it for us here today at Bethpage Ballpark, and for the final time in the 2018 regular season here at Bethpage Ballpark. Once again, the final score, the Long Island Ducks 3-7 losers to the Road Warriors. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast. That'll be on Tuesday night when the Ducks open up the series in Sugar Land, Texas. Pregame show will begin at 7:50 local time here on Long Island, and 6:50 local time in Sugar Land, Texas, with first pitch 8:05 Eastern Time, 7:05 Central Time at Constellation Field. You can follow all the action right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. My name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with me. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll do it all over again on Tuesday night down in the Lone Star State. Good night and so long from Bethpage Ballpark.